Greetings, y'all. I'm Raquel SSG, aka Raquel SSG 2211, and we have more kitty with us.
Hello.
Hoping everyone having a great night. My night was interesting. Yes. So I was just like sitting in my room, doing, just relaxing. I thought I saw something on my shoulder. Kind of freaked out a little bit. And then my cat Pumpkin alerted me that something was in the room. I looked up, there's something flying out of the room, and I wasn't sure what it was. So I got my vacuum and was looking for it. Couldn't find it, and damn it. And then my cat Pumpkin alerted me to it that was on the floor, and it was a wasp, and I just sucked it up with the vacuum.
Yeah, I about died when she was like, I'm going to use the vacuum. I'm not going to throw a shoe at it.
I'm not going to throw a shoe at it. I'm not going to hit it with a fly swatter.
That's what I said to do. And you were like, no, I'm getting the vacuum. And I was like, dang, girl.
Yeah. I'm not getting close up to it. I'm not doing a shoe. And you wouldn't, and I wouldn't I couldn't even throw up a shoe up the ceiling that far anyway.
Well, I forgot. Yeah, you were like on the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, why not? Hey there, I wish I could stay in what? I'm in bed right now, but hello to you, Twilight.
Hey, Twilight Linkball. Hey there, wish I could watch. Hey there, I wish I could watch and stay and watch. I'm in bed right now, but I thought I would say a quick hi to you. Have a good evening, you two. Thanks for coming. Twilight, lots of hugs.
Mm-hmm. So I'm eating popcorn.
You eating popcorn? Nice. Is it buttery popcorn?
No, it is. It's called Skinny Pop. It's like white cheddar, although it didn't have enough white cheddar flavor to it, so I just sprinkled on some garlic parmesan seasoning put on the popcorn. Oh, bonsoir, Christian.
Bonjour, everybody. Supporting a family channel for another evening, ladies. Yes, I assumed your genders. That's okay.
Yeah.
Twilight, my pleasure, and hugs to you. Bye for now. Bye for now. Have a good night.
Yeah. I might make more popcorn. It's pretty good.
I had some Twix ice cream.
Oh, girl.
Mm. Yeah.
Wow.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. Those are amazing.
Yes, they are amazing. Mm. That's twice now I found a wasp in my bedroom.
Dang, girl.
In the middle of winter of all things.
Well, it's a bit odd. I was outside having a cigarette the other day, and this bee was harassing me. And I'm like, it's a little cold out for you, isn't it?
Right.
And it was attracted to me. I'm like, I don't smell like honey or anything. What the fuck are you doing? It may have been my clove cigarette, but he was tripping. He was flying around me. It was like a honeybee, I think. So I didn't want to kill it. Because, the importance of honeybees. But I was trying to get it to I'd get up and move and it'd come after me. I'm like, are you kidding? It wasn't trying. I don't think it was trying to sting me, but it was just hovering. And I'm like, what?
Well, girls, I'm not seeing goodnight, staying up a bit.
Oh, very
good. I'm seeing for up a bit too. Not that particularly tired right now.
Good. What is the hairbrush? I'm in the car. Back to you. All right. That's the last thing I'm going to do. When that kitten's trying to get all prettied up to go hang out.
Oh, yeah?
Her friend, finger quotes.
Hmm.
She was like, do you know what the hairbrush is? And I was like, back to the car, I think. She was like, well, I guess that's the last thing I'm doing.
How was my day? My day was pretty good. I have some relatives over for this weekend.
Oh, that's okay.
Which is nice.
I love that hesitation. It's nice. That's awesome.
Well, seriously, it's nice to see him, but very close in the Christmas holidays.
I had a CAT scan or a CT. Is that a CT the same thing as a CAT scan? I can't remember. Sounds like it would be. Anyway, if I had a CT scan with contrast, man, nobody ever prepared you for how fucking gross barium tastes and how much water they expect you to
Didn't
drink.
it was berry flavor?
Well, it's no, the element is called barium.
Oh.
Although the barium they tried to give me yesterday was berry flavored. So,
Mm.
but yeah, uh, but yeah, the stuff they gave me today, the smaller dose, which again, I feel like that's the first thing you should lead with. You know, like show up an hour early and drink this little tiny bit. You know, those fuckers. I mean, judging by the size of those containers, that was probably like 25 ounces each. I'm like, bitch, I don't drink 50 ounces of fluid overnight. You expect me to drink 50 ounces of this? Fucking shit, no.
That's a
Lord.
lot of drink.
It is. It was tall fucking. It was 2 tall containers. I was like, nah. She's like, well, we also have a smaller dose, but you'll have to come in an hour earlier. I'm like, that should have been the first thing you offered me. It was still.
Christian says CT scan. You sound too young for one of those.
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, people can need CT scans if they have a head injury. In my case, I have a hernia near my belly button, and so, I mean, technically, the older you get, the more likely you'll need a CT scan. But depending on what you're getting scanned, I mean, it can happen to anyone at any age.
Hmm.
Yeah. I said the doctor messed up my surgery, caused that bit of damage near my belly button. Yeah. And like, I don't know, apparently that's considered part of the course, weirdly enough. So like nobody seems to like I've tried calling like 12 different law offices and they don't give a fuck. It's not bad enough for them. I'm like, I guess you gotta be like half dead or freaking I guess limbs missing before they give a shit. Right? Yeah. Kinda like I was kind of flabbergasted when I found out I had one. Because I didn't like sometimes they hurt, but like mine don't or mine doesn't. Like it feels sometimes it feels a little strange. Like if I'm walking, it might start to get uncomfortable after like almost a half mile. Like it starts to get a little uncomfortable. That's why I had to quit doing that walk near that little shopping center. Because like about halfway through it starts feeling kind of uncomfortable. But like the rest of the time it feels a little weird sometimes. Like if I'm laying down and it sort of retracts and then I get up and it moves. Like it feels weird, but it doesn't hurt. So that's good.
It is.
That's why I didn't realize anything was wrong at first, because I don't generally touch my stomach or near my belly button for any particular reason generally. And since it wasn't hurting, I didn't realize it. I just happened to like, oh shit, that's fucked up.
I'm in Canada, no CT, just clit inside.
Terrible. What he's referring to is that he's saying that basically, even though Canada was supposedly known for good medical care, it's gotten worse. And in order to save money, if people have any kind of either mental health issues or, you know, certain illnesses, they will offer you an alternative to basically assisted suicide. So instead of trying to counsel and be therapeutic and help the person through it, they'd be like, well, we also have this option that we can help you kill yourself, which I think is a kind of a shitty thing to do. So that's the Canadian government's new idea, well, semi-newest idea. That's what he's making reference to. That's amazing. At least here in Oklahoma and America, we at least pretend we're trying to do something about the medical system. You know, we haven't quite gotten to where we're like, you know what? I don't think we can help you. Why don't you just offer yourself? Like, we haven't gotten there quite yet. Like, we know our medical system. I know, right? Our medical system is kind of, but like we're still trying to pretend we're trying to get our shit together. Like we haven't given up trying to, you know, pretend we're trying to fix it. Canada's like, fuck it, why bother? I don't know if it's happened yet, but I'm waiting for like Canadian people to start coming across the border to get healthcare in America now. because for so long Americans would sneak over to Canada so they get prescriptions for cheaper.
Hmm.
Oh my sweet jumping Jesus on a trampoline! They actually have a state-sponsored commercial putting a
Rosy side to it.
trying to make it sound pleasant. I saw one. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's the one he's talking about, but I did see one that played on TV one time, and I think it played exactly maybe twice, and people freaked. But it was like showing kids, and it showed older folks, and they talk about the older folks were talking about what a happy life they lived and all the things they did, and they're like, "It's my turn now," or something like that, like, or "I had my kind here, now it's their turn," making it sound so pleasant, like you're just giving up your throat. Really, they're actually were talking about suicide. They were talking about older folks just letting themselves be basically put down to make room for the younger new generation. I was like, what in the what in the Logan's Run is this bullshit? I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I don't know if that's the commercial he's referring to as well, or if they put something up similar. But I do feel like looking it up to see, like, I'm curious about the commercial.
Hmm.
But that's wild. Can you imagine, like, having a commercial like that? Like, that's wild. I feel like that if you're really, really depressed or really, bad off, I assume that people will come up to this idea on their own and ask their doctor. Like, you're really going to advertise it as a commercial? That's gruesome, man. Like, I'm pretty sure if somebody's bad off, they can come up with the idea on their own. They don't need a commercial putting this thought in their head. I think that's insane. I'm sorry to hijack the stream. No, it's all good. It's all good, because that is definitely a wild topic. Definitely.
No. By all means,
Yeah.
you're good. So, I saw this trailer on Netflix. It was called The Blue Eye Samurai, and it looks so good.
Okay.
I literally want to like binge watch the whole thing. I don't know how many episodes
It's
are
anime.
there. It's animation, but it's not anime.
Is it wannabe anime?
No, it's not wannabe anime.
Okay, because I thought maybe it was anime style, but since it doesn't come from the regular origin.
No, it's just like normal animation. It's set in the Edo period in Japan. It's about this blue eye samurai on their quest on revenge. I love it. I like watched the trailer like about like 4 times, so I love it so much. I have to see how many episodes are there, but I really like want to watch it though. Looks really good. It gives me like some of the Kill Bill vibes to it.
Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
that does sound interesting. Kill Bill is kind of weird. Like, I'm not a big fan of it, but I don't hate it either. I could see it's got some interesting cinematography and the way they kind of do like the jump cut, like when they have one scene, they jump to the next scene and that zooming in and all this. Like it like, yeah, if you're like easily have anxiety or paranoia, like it might be a little weird for somebody, but
Yeah. Let's see. It's
oh,
an animation series, not anime. Um, how many episodes there? There are 8 episodes. And get this, the voice actor for Mulan, the animated movie,
well,
she's
I know
in, she's in this TV series.
I'd have to look that up because I've never watched like I've Moana. Yeah,
Mulan.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have not watched it. I mean, I know it exists, but I've never myself seen it.
Disney animated film of Mulan. The voice actors in this TV series of Blue Eye Samurai.
Hang on. Oh, Christian says, by the way, I'm a trucker and I love running in Oklahoma. Great truck stops. Well, the Checkers, like on Reno and what is that? Reno and MLK, like that truck stop's kind of hammered into the ground a little bit. But like some of the ones near Crossroads Mall, like there's like 1 or 2 that way. They're pretty decent. Most of our gas station truck stops are pretty like nice. Hold on a second.
Only 8 episodes. They should just add 2 more. Hey, greetings, Adam Knight, 1992. Greetings, chat and guest figure. I stopped by and say hello and show my support. Thank you so much, Anime Knight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's giving cat ears.
Hmm?
Well, at the end of the word support, it looks like cat ears.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's just a smiley face, but I'll go with it.
Well, I didn't see the little line for the happy face, so I just assumed those were little cat ears. But either way.
Cat ears, smiley face, either way, I like it. Thank you.
Indeed.
How are you guys doing tonight? I'm, doing good. Had a little battle with a wasp in my room tonight.
In December.
In December, of all things.
How is somebody in the South? Well, I mean, I guess the South is more likely than the North for that, but still. Hey, DJ Odyssey. Meow, meow.
Hey, Deej, how are you?
Meow, meow. How are you?
Meow.
Man, I want more of that popcorn. That stuff's good. I didn't realize I was that in the mood for popcorn, but I realized I am. I love running North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, grits, raw. Oh, grits. Oh, man, I know it's not very southern of me, but I love the instant grits. The ones that taste like cheddar or the ones that have bacon flavor in it. God help me, that is some good shit. Oh, sweet mercy.
I'm a little bit buzzed.
Ah.
Too much to drink?
Well, it was a little bit buzzed. It sounds like maybe just the right amount.
I can tell you this much. I may had too much chocolate pie tonight.
Oh, girl. You got some great dessert. Okay.
Oh, cat ears for everyone. You were right, Moira. Yay, meow meow.
Meow. Makes me want to go get my cat ears, but I'm too lazy to get up.
Hell froze over today and YouTube did something stupid. Oh no, what did they do?
Well, it sounds like a common occurrence with YouTube, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
But I am curious. I'm semi-invested.
I'm curious as well. What did they do?
We are here for the tea.
Definitely for the tea.
Oh!
They monetize you?
That's not stupid.
That's not stupid at all.
I thought they must have taken down a video they weren't supposed to take down.
I thought you got a strike or something.
That's why I was curious, but the hell froze over, and then they said that YouTube did something stupid. I'm like, that sentence doesn't work together.
Wait, hold on. Don't you need a certain amount of subs and hours to be monetized?
Well, yeah. So I'm assuming he got it.
So I did shots for each super chat I got. LOL.
Oh,
how many super chats did you get, Deej?
Oh Lord, are you gonna be okay? Oh, rest in peace, liver.
Definitely hydrate. Hydrate.
Yes. Give you some that body armor drink that's like Gatorade or Gatorade. Either of those would be a good idea.
Let's see here. Weird, they monetized you, but you only 834 subs. That's odd.
He gets the Quaker. I don't think Quaker is
500. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Deej. They lowered it down now.
Oh, I did not remember that, but that's better than what they were doing before when they would take someone's monetization away when it dropped under an hour or two. And they did that dumb shit to people back and forth.
So 500 subs and 3,000 hours now of new rules.
All right, that sounds.
So yeah, I totally forgot about that. I was remembering the old system, 1K and then 4,000 hours. Now they turned it down to 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours.
I think that's a little more reasonable.
They should turn the hours down to 2,000.
I agree. They should. But at least this is a start. This is the first time you've done something that's actually useful for people.
Yeah.
But,
hey, I travel from Ontario to upstate New York, and I buy instant grits, Quakers. I flavor the shit out of it with bacon and herbs and butter. Mouthgasm.
I think Quakers, does not have the C in it. I don't remember. It looks like Quackers.
I know. I almost said
I know it's
Quackers.
supposed to be Quakers because that's the brand I had.
I know what he was talking about, but I
I
almost
get
said
the variety box.
I
That way
almost said
I can have
Quackers.
cheaper
So,
bacon.
and I
Oh,
know I don't remember how many super chats I got. LOL. Half the bottle of Fireball is gone
oh
through.
Jesus,
LOL.
that's
Jesus.
rough. That's rough, man. Oh, biscuits.
Dang. You might probably want. I guess you really want to take it easy tomorrow.
I'm worried for his liver. Goodness. Biscuit.
Getting tired.
Little bit. Got up early. I was not happy with that. Jade!
Hey, Sade. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's it going?
Yeah.
Nah, you're fine. Well, you feel fine now, but later when you get up in the morning, you're gonna feel like shit.
Right? Yeah, you gotta make sure you take like some like Gatorade and like an ibuprofen.
You drank more than Thanksgiving? LOL.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, your poor liver.
Dang.
Oof.
Might as well get ready for that eggnog.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I love eggnog. Shit. Ooh, I should probably go get some of that. I don't have any. I need like at the store tomorrow or something. Oh,
Meow.
sorry, my phone decided to unpause the video. I forgot I had up. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Four great things as a Canadian from the states, Brits, old Milwaukee, and you two girls. It's time for another tall boy. Okay. They seems eggnog's pretty good. Also had two come in and one dropped 5 subs to people. Another dropped 20 subs to people. Nice. I think I'm good with my subs, but I need to I think like halfway there with my hours really. Especially spiced rum. In it.
Oh,
I'm guessing what you're saying.
spiced rum. Woof. Oh yeah, the eggnog. Yeah, he says eggnog.
Yeah, the eggnog.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I've not drank alcohol since I think 2017. I think.
I don't really drink, so
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so but I like eggnog just fine on its own. Like that sounds amazing.
little subs and memberships. Speaking of memberships, here's what I've been noticing for a while now. Eggnog with spiced rums, it said. So when someone does a membership stream, it's only viewed to members only. But here's the weird thing, though. Even though the title of the stream says membership stream, I'm I know for sure I'm not a member, but for some reason I'm seeing it on my feed,
Huh.
which is weird. Is YouTube screwing up something with the memberships?
I don't know what the deal is with that.
Mm.
Mulled wine.
Warm mulled wine with cinnamon.
I'm not a fan of cinnamon unless it's cinnamon toast, and even that very sparingly. I don't know what mulled wine is. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that is. Oh, okay. Well, good night, Christian. We were
I'm subbed and I commented. I'm going back to my tunes. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night, Christian. Thanks for subbing and being here. We appreciate it. Meow meow.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go look up mulled wine.
Mulled wine.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, but I don't know.
His name is box wine.
Girl, no.
No.
Boxed wine is what like soccer moms drink to cope. No, mulled wine is.
Ouch.
Uh-oh. Do you drink boxed wine?
Me? No.
Oh.
Like I said, I really don't drink.
Oh, then why'd you say ouch?
What do you say about the moms?
Well, I mean, it's kind of what it turned into. Let's see. Mulled wine, also known as spiced wine, is an alcoholic drink usually made of red wine along with various mulling spices. Now I'm going to go figure out what mulling spices is. And sometimes raisins. Why do white people always got to put raisins in some weird ass food?
Served or hot or warm. By the way, spiced rum is pretty, boys. The next gen could enjoy tequila and Tabasco sauce later.
That's spicy. That's a different kind of spiced rum. Whew.
That sounds hella spicy.
That put hair on your chest. Whew.
Usually served at Christmas. That's right on.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like all right, mulled wine ingredients. So let's see. 8 cloves. Okay, cinnamon. 2 star anise, I guess is what that's pronounced. And as far as I know, anise tastes like fucking licorice. Ugh.
Oh, licorice?
Yeah.
Like black licorice?
I would skip that part.
I'd rather have a freaking Twizzler than licorice.
I don't know. And then you put like 2 tablespoons of honey as you want.
I get mean on tequila. Only alcohol I can't drink.
That used to be the only alcohol I did drink.
Woo.
Made me strong like bear. Oh, it also says you put a brandy liqueur in there. That sounds fancy as fuck. Huh. It sounds fancy. Is mulled wine healthy? I don't know about that. It says it cleans out the liver. What? For real? Hold on. Nutmeg, common spice, and mulled wine. Oh, nutmeg is supposed to be in there too. Okay. Acts as a tonic in many different ways. So apparently nutmeg itself can clean out the liver and kidneys. That's wild.
That sounds healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it'll help wash out the alcohol as you're drinking it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound fancy as shit, though.
It does. Not as fancy as almost as boxed wine.
Damn. Damn, you seem to take that personal from someone who doesn't even drink. Like, damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, I'm starting to feel like someone you know drinks it and you don't want to tell me.
No.
Okay. I heard that. No. Like, yeah. Like, you're not sure. Warming
the wine makes alcohol work faster.
And if you warm it for long enough, this thing says it will reduce the alcohol content because the evaporation rate of alcohol is a little faster than of water.
Right.
I don't know. It might be nice to try something that doesn't have alcohol in it because, like I don't know. I don't know if that will like hurt my insides because, like, for a while, like when I was drinking, like the next day, like I would hurt so bad. Like, I think it might have been my gallbladder. I don't know. But I don't want to risk by drinking again to find out. Like, no thanks.
Right.
I don't need alcohol that bad to test that out. That shit hurts so bad.
Yeah, I don't want...
Yeah, he says to bring it to a quick boil and turn it off. Yeah, the thing was saying that, like on a low heat, you could boil it for longer, and it's supposed to bring out the citrus flavor and the orange that you throw in there. And I'm like, that sounds fancy.
Just enough to warm it?
Right on.
I forgot, where was I when they served boxed wine?
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
No. Please don't tell me your sister's wedding. Please don't tell me your sister's wedding.
No. I wanted to see it was some kind of a game stadium.
Oh. Things like that.
I'm not really sure it was hockey or baseball.
I mean,
I'm going to go with baseball.
Probably. I think there's a law where you can only drink beer at hockey games. I'm kidding, but probably
right.
not. I might not be kidding. I don't know.
I haven't really I haven't been to like a hockey or baseball stadium in a very long time now.
I was never one for going to sports
Me
events.
either. The only reason I was going to them because it was a family gathering kind of thing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah,
Thankfully, my family was never into that sort of thing, so I didn't
right.
have to worry about getting dragged off.
And we're almost almost half. Actually, no, we're halfway done with the Santa Claus's season 2 review stream. The last 2 episodes will be next week, which I'm sure Moria's pretty excited about.
Oh. I'm just not a Christmas kind of cat.
Bah humbug. If I want one, I usually call my mother's family in Sicily and have them send me a case of our family wine made from our vineyards. Nice. My folks usually get their wine from California. Um, yeah, from California.
I'm surprised your
Um,
dad's not bringing it over from Italy. Yeah.
more of a Halloween sort of wolf myself.
Well,
Oh, okay. Um, Halloween wolf. Okay.
I'm the only cat personally, but everybody's got to be something.
Kitty cat.
Indeed.
Hmm.
How is our little pumpkin?
She's doing good. She was scared of the
Oh,
wasp.
poor little.
And the vacuum. So
Oh yeah, the vacuum, poor little
and
thing.
she was underneath the bed,
Oh,
but she's fine now.
cute little thing.
Hmm. I'll give her treat later tomorrow morning. The wolf is my spirit totem.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm not really sure what my spirit totem is. I have to look it up.
Be quiet, kitty.
Is it Bob?
Think so.
Oh yes. My spirit totem is an otter. And I think Moira is a raven.
Yeah.
Meow. At least that is what the La- Lakota medicine man said during my sweat lodge ceremony when I was in my 20s. I gotcha.
All right, Bob. All right, little girl.
What's Kitty doing now?
Let me go check on the bathroom.
All right.
Oh, hello. I guess we can see if Dave will come up.
Sure, I can send him a link.
Yeah.
Where should he prefer, say, Twitter or Discord? Twitter? Okay. I can get my Twitter to work. That'd be great. All right, done. Hello, last son of K. Hello, Raquel, panel, and chat. Took me a bit to get here. Sorry. No worries. Glad that you're here. Let's see. Any good movies coming up this month? Right. We have. Let's see. I'm assuming Willy Wonka, right? Yeah, The Boy and the Heroine, which is a Ghibli studio film, which I'm definitely going to see. It's going to come out on Monday. Got Willy Wonka, or just Wonka. It'll be coming out December 15th. Rebel Moon on Netflix, December 15th. I'm going to watch that also. Then you have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, starring Jason Momoa. I think that's it. What really catches my eye. I'm hearing Godzilla -1 is only last good film left this year. Ah, right on. Hello, Thade.
Woof.
Woof. Meow. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm alive. I just got over the flu.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, well, I'm getting there. It takes you a little bit to recover from the flu. I mean, I don't have the symptoms anymore, but I still got a lot of the weakness and everything.
Hmm.
I ended up being off of work for a week and a half.
Hmm.
Thanksgiving was not pleasant.
Well, my Thanksgiving was rather different this year. Usually, it's my family and my three siblings. It's like a bunch of craziness during when we were cooking.
Yeah.
But since my siblings are living in different states now, there
Hmm.
was no crazy cooking this time around. It was rather quiet and peaceful.
Well,
Rather different from the normal Thanksgiving we usually have.
I haven't made my move yet. I'm still here, where I am. And
Right.
I don't move for another few months, like another like 4 or 5 months. But
Right on. So 4 or 5 months.
but my sister, my last sister that's left here, she invited me over for Thanksgiving. I was gonna watch the game with my brother-in-law, some of the
Hmm.
college ball, but got over there and I just started feeling horrible. Ended up having to leave early, and then I
Hmm.
came home and I've been sick. Well, kind of, been under the weather since then, and then I slept for a good 4 days straight, nearly. So this week's been kind of a loss, really. And then just like yesterday, I started feeling a little bit better, and I don't have like the coughing's gone and all that, but it's just been ugh.
Hmm.
And I got to try to rest up as much as I can this week because due to Thanksgiving and due to the time I had the sick time I had to take off this week, I haven't been to work in 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
I got to go back Tuesday.
I bet that
So
was tough.
yeah, I mean, I had the sick time, so I didn't lose any money, but
Right.
um, and I only work like one day a week anymore because I'm still office manager at my place of business, but I only have to come in one day a week. But I'm salary, so I get paid same as I would if I worked 80 hours. So
Hmm.
ow, and they my boss understood, the owner of the company, he understood that I've been sick. I mean, he told me the Tuesday before Thanksgiving that I needed to go home because I didn't look good at work. And like I said, I tried to work through it to go and hang out with my sister and my other brother, but I didn't even stay long enough for my older brother to show up at my sister's house.
Well, just when you don't feel good, you don't feel good.
Yeah. My brother-in-law was like, because I was sitting on the couch waiting for her to get done with dinner, making our food, her and my niece, and like I just kept like my brother-in-law Ian, he was like, "You just don't look good at all, dude. Like you've become more like pale since you've been here." And I was just sitting there on the couch. I was like, I was trying to hold out so I could eat with my, because my sister was making a lot of food for us, but like I couldn't hang out. I couldn't do it. I ended up
Mm,
having to have Ian bring me home, my brother-in-law, because I
mm,
didn't I didn't drive over there because I have a whole lot of gas money right now because I missed the last couple of weeks and I was waiting for a paycheck. But
mm.
so my brother went and took me over there because they only live like 30 minutes away. But
Well, that's good. I'm not too far off.
yeah, he ended up having to bring me home though.
Mm.
And then now that the Hollywood strikes are over, when I get out to LA, my jobs my voice work should be waiting for me. So
Oh,
yay!
nice. Like how you feel about that going to California?
It's gonna be a change, but I'm gonna have work waiting for me, and of course my woman's out there, so
Mm.
But it just it'll be different because I've been here for God 30 years or
Quite
more.
a change, yeah.
Actually, more than that because I've been here since I was 15 and I'm 48. So do the math.
Right.
But it is what it is. And I'm ready for a change anyway. I mean, I've hardly got any family left here, and it is what it is.
Hmm.
My real good friend that lived here, he's gone now. He moved. He left to go work somewhere else, and then there's not a whole lot of opportunities where I'm at for the kind of work I can do now. Because my physical health sucks anymore. So, the job that I'm in right now, the reason why they made me office manager is because I can't prep anymore for, my job.
Right. Hey,
I,
Castle. Hey, I'll pop in real quick. Have a great night. Thanks for coming over, Castle. Hugs.
but, like I said, I can't really do, my chosen career anymore because the physical issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having to pivot and use what skills do work. And I've always been told I have a great voice for doing voiceover work. So I guess all this YouTube I've done over the last 4 years has benefited me somehow.
Right.
you know,
Somehow, some way.
yeah. I mean, it's benefited me somehow. I mean, I've even talked to a couple of actual professional voice actors that say I've got really good tone and everything for my voice acting work. So
Mm-hmm.
and I still sing with Jedi Bill and them from time to time. And
Yeah, I think he's doing. I think he's doing karaoke. Was it like?
yeah, he did one tonight, but
Yeah,
I
I'm not sure he's still doing it right now.
no, it was just an impromptu one tonight. I'm gonna be there
Uh,
probably tomorrow night,
mm.
but yeah, that's just kind of how that goes.
Yeah, then also Jedi Bell does like on the weekends he does watch parties of these old Western movies.
Yeah, him and Steven.
Yeah, it's deleted scenes.
Yeah.
They're good movies.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I like old westerns, but you know me, when it comes to movies, I don't really judge things except for how I judge them. So
Right. Is there
new,
any
old.
movies? Is any movies you're looking forward to coming up?
Every movie that I wanted to see this year got pushed off to next year, except for the Godzilla movie that just came out. So
You mean the Godzilla -1, the last Son of K I was talking about?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that came out this week, or yeah, it's basically out this week. I did think about going and seeing the new John Woo movie, Silent Night, but it looks kind of yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, I've never really been much for like that type of action movie,
Right.
and eh, from what I hear, the whole movie is silent. There's not any dialogue at all.
So it's like a silent film.
Yeah, and I get kind of like what he's doing with it because the main character gets wounded to where he can't talk anymore. It's why it's called Silent Night.
Hmm.
But like, it's cool if the gimmick is on the main character, like. He got injured, so he can't talk anymore. That's cool because he'd be like the silent assassin guy going after the guys that hurt him. But like to have everybody, including the villains in the movie, be silent, it's just kind of it doesn't work for me. So
Hmm.
besides that, with money being as it is, I've got to watch how many times I go to the movies in a year. So
Right. Like there's like some movies I'm looking forward to come out this month. Um, The Boy and the Heroine, which is like a Studio Ghibli film.
oh,
Um,
okay,
it
that's
comes out n- this coming Monday. And then I think another one is the Wonka film. I'm
oh,
interested.
I forgot that was coming out this year.
Yes, it's on this December 15th. So it'll come the next 2 Fridays. It will be out.
Hmm.
Um,
which
And
means it'll be on streaming probably by February. So
and then don't forget on the very same day you have Rebel Moon coming out on Netflix.
yeah,
Uh,
well, see, I don't. You asked me about movies, and I only really think like when somebody's like, "What movies are you looking forward to?"
mhm,
I only really think about what's coming out in the cinema. But
right.
like, if you're talking about like streaming stuff, there's always streaming stuff I'm interested in. I mean, I want to see Rebel Moon,
Mm-hmm.
simply because I like Zack Snyder's movies. I don't really call myself a fan of Zack Snyder because that has some negative connotations anymore. Because he has some pretty toxic fanboys. But I've always liked his movies. My favorite two that he did was uh, Dawn of the Dead and the 300. Oh, and Watchmen.
Mm. And
You
then
know, I wasn't a huge fan of his DC stuff. I mean,
right.
I like Man of Steel, and I like his version of Justice League. But because of studio interference from Warner Brothers, Batman versus Superman, which if if you watch the Ultimate version, isn't a bad movie, but the initial like theatrical release of that movie was just hackneyed because the studio interfered. I mean, it's a whole big thing with Zack Snyder. I've actually gotten to talk to him about it, on one of the other shows that I was a part of. And he talked about how the studio interfered with a lot of his stuff, and of course there's a big story behind that. But so his DC stuff is kind of hit or miss with me, but his earlier stuff is great, and I'm looking forward to Rebel Moon. He's always good if it's his own IP stuff, like stuff that's his own creation.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's asked to work on other people's stuff, it doesn't work so well because he gets shackled and his vision gets shackled. So,
Mm.
but
And
yeah,
then we have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That will come on the 22nd.
yeah, and that's supposed to be the last movie of the old DCU, uh,
Mm.
of the Snyder era, basically DC.
To
So,
be honest, I really haven't been keeping track, really.
well, I'm not gonna bother seeing that one in the theater. I'm just gonna wait till it hits, Max for streaming because
Right.
there's really no point. I mean, the next movie I'm gonna see in the theaters in March.
Well, let's
So
see. Like, was it? It might have been. Yeah, it was Yellow Flash who sent a picture of the theater of the movie Wish. I think it was by. The movie Wish was what was let's see, it's a family fantasy musical um
it's your typical Disney
movie,
movie.
yeah, Disney movie, and he said, there was no one in the theater watching that movie.
Well, okay, so the point I'm gonna make about that is showing one theater is not an indication of
That's failing, yeah.
that it's failing. And why I say that is, and that's where a lot of these guys, and I know you guys like some of these guys, and I'm not trying to crap on them or anything, but like they're kind of disingenuous with what they do because they'll show one theater and they go, "Oh, look, nobody's come to see it in this theater." But you may go to a theater down the street and there be a ton of people in there. And I've seen it, like I've been to different theaters and checked that out before, the people going into movies and stuff. And it
Hmm.
varies. It varies by neighborhood, it varies by, whether you're in the inner city or in the suburbs. And also something you guys have to think about when it comes to movies, especially this year, because of the way the economy is and
Hmm.
because of how much it costs to go to the theater,
Right.
a lot of families can only choose to go to one movie a year, you know, and the other movies they wait for streaming. And that's the best thing about streaming is you're in your own home. You can pause the movie if you have to get up to go to the bathroom. You usually got a refrigerator full of food. You've got your own snacks. You don't have to pay, $10 for a hot dog, $8 for a drink, $9 for a bucket of popcorn. I mean, even one person going to a theater, even here where we live,
Hmm.
Raquel, one person going to the theater costs $35.
Well, I do agree with you. Like theaters, seeing a movie are expensive, especially with the popcorn and the food. I agree with you with that. And seeing one theater that is empty doesn't mean the rest of the theaters are empty.
But now,
Um,
now I will say this: a lot of movies failed this year. A lot
yeah,
of movies,
a lot of movies have failed
and the
this
reason,
year.
again, the reason for that isn't because of the studios or whatever. A lot of the reason behind movies failing this year, because there were movies that we didn't think would fail that failed.
Right.
The new Mission Impossible movie failed. Um, it's only been like really unique niche movies that made it this year. I mean, there's only been like 4 movies that did really well. You had Barbie, you had Oppenheimer, Mario earlier in the year,
Yeah.
and like one other movie did well this year. Everything else failed. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. It has nothing to do with messaging, it has nothing to do with woke or whatever. What it has to really do with is what I said a minute ago. A lot of families are not going to the theaters right now because they just
No.
can't afford it. When you have to decide between feeding your family and putting gas in the car so you can make it back and forth to work, or taking a family of 4 to the movie theater that's going to cost you $100 for one movie, you got to look at where people are going to put their choices. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
if you can pay, $9 to $15 a month for a streaming service and wait 45 days. I mean, also another thing is, back in the day, at least when I was younger, you had to wait 2 years before you could get a movie on home video. So if it was something you really wanted to see, if you didn't want to have to wait for 2 years, you went to the movie theater. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now, when you're waiting 40 days for a movie after it drops in the theater, or some movies dropping the same day they drop in the theater, more people are going to stay home because it's cheaper to stay home.
I agree with you. It's cheaper to stay home, buy your own candy, stuff like that, than going
You
to
can,
the theater
yeah,
and
for,
buying a
for,
ticket that's really expensive, including the food. But like I was saying, I do agree with you. It doesn't I do agree with you. Just because one theater is empty doesn't mean the rest of them are. I think people are just really, really skeptical and just tired of all this propaganda stuff are going on in our Western entertainment
well,
that they automatically assume, like, for example, this new Netflix TV show that I'm gonna watch because I love the trailer so much, so I definitely want to check it out. The Blue Eye Samurai.
right.
It's led by a woman who wants to seek revenge, and people are like immediately calling it woke. Like, hold on a minute here, guys. Just
Well,
because
that's the
just
thing.
because the woman is the lead role doesn't make it woke.
And that's my problem, Raquel. A lot of these people that are in our space on YouTube, you've got to understand, entertainment YouTube, we're only 1% of the population of this country. Okay,
Right.
most of your John Q. Public and Susie Q. Public, they don't give a fuck what we fight about. Okay, they don't care. They don't care about the culture war. They don't care about woke. They don't care. What mom and dad usually worry about is, what do the kids want to see? Okay, and if the kids want to go see the flashy superhero movie, they're going to take their kids to the flashy superhero movie. Okay, and the benefit to mom and dad is they get to keep their kids quiet for a couple hours. They get to take their family out and have a little fun. And mama sometimes gets to look at Jason Momoa with his shirt off. Okay, that's all the public really cares about. All right,
Mhm.
the people who are fighting this quote unquote culture war, they're only a small population of people on the internet. When you're talking about the public, what the public cares about is only 3 things. Okay, they care about how much money it's going to take to go to the theater. They care about how much money they have to keep to raise their families, keep a car full of gas, and keep their bills paid. Okay, and they care about, is my kid going to enjoy this movie or am I? All right.
Mhm.
The moment you start screaming woke about a movie, they'll tune you out. I mean, I talk to the public every day. Okay, I have neighbors. I talk to people that come into my job. And I ask them these opinions. I ask them opinions on movies. I never hear the word woke. Okay, from people in the public. that I talk to. All I hear is, well, I didn't go to the theater to see that movie. It wasn't because of whatever. It was because I couldn't afford to take my kids to the movie. Because a family of 4 going to the movies right now, even if you take kids with kids' prices to a movie theater, mom, dad, say 2 kids, you're still paying $100 a night to take your kids to the theater. So
Mhm.
who's going to go and see more than maybe 1 or 2 movies a year when rent's $1,500 a month? House payments are even more expensive. Electric bills cost you out the wazoo. Phone bills cost you out the wazoo. Who wants to go and spend $100 when it takes $130 to fill up a tank of gas? Get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So, you have to, as especially if you have a family, you have to make a decision. You either pay the money to go to the theater and have one experience, or you pay $15 a month for a streaming service and you can watch thousands of things on a streaming service. TV
Right.
shows, movies, and you're in the comfort of your own home, like I said. If the kids get bored at the movie, you can turn it off and watch something else. If they, if you're just watching on your own, if you have to get up and go to the bathroom, you don't have to worry about missing anything because you can pause the TV, you know?
Right.
And you have your own food in the refrigerator. You can make your own snacks. All in all, it's cheaper to sit at home and watch a streaming service. That's just the honest truth of it. And I agree with you with what you said about this, this blue-eyed samurai thing. Like you said, just automatically, if a woman's the lead of the movie, they're screaming woke, or oh, because it's got a lady in it. And then when you try to talk to them about it, you get this attitude of, well, but I don't have a problem with women. I like this woman character, and they talk about a character from 30 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah, like
saying?
like no offense to Yellow Fresh and other YouTubers who cover of this propaganda stuff. Like it is a problem with Western entertainment, but I also think it's being hyped too much,
It
in,
is,
in my opinion.
and it's a detriment. And you know who it's a detriment to? All this stuff, all these people making these anti-woke videos and everything, they're not hurting the studios. Okay? The, those studios are going to outlast this era of YouTube. All right? What they're hurting is the people that listen to them.
Hmm.
What they're doing is they're not letting those people think for themselves, because a lot of people are more willing to listen to somebody else tell them whether a thing is good or not. Okay?
Right.
That's why I think for myself. I don't really care what another YouTuber says about a movie. I make my own decision.
It's your own opinion.
Yeah, and that's what people should be doing. But it's a hell of a lot easier to let somebody else that seems like they know what they're talking about tell you what you should think about something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, the way I look at it is, look, if I like a movie, especially if I'm doing reviews of a movie, if I like it, I'll tell you, hey, I like that movie. If I don't like it, I'll tell you, hey, I didn't like that movie. But you know what I say in the end, though? My opinion shouldn't matter to you. Okay? My opinion of a movie shouldn't matter to you. If you want to sit and listen to my review, that's all fine and dandy. I welcome the views, but you should really make the decision for yourself. And maybe if I didn't like a movie and you've watched it and you come into my comments and you tell me, oh, well, this is why I challenge people to tell me why they liked a movie. Maybe they'll change my mind, you know? Uh, that's just how I've learned to be. I went through my phase of being angry at movies, and I just don't see any point anymore. If and all that did was make me hate stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Being mad at a movie. I mean, I was never happy for anything coming out. Ever since I changed my mind on that, ever since I started thinking about it for myself, I'm not as angry about movies anymore. I'm enjoying them more. I'm enjoying going, sitting here and flipping through a streaming service, or the few times a year I do go to the movies. And it's especially going to be easier for me when I start working, somewhat in the industry, because at the end of the day, I don't care what the message is. I don't care what a company's trying to say. I don't care what message is out there. I don't give a damn. It's a job for me. I'm just going to do it to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just lending my voice to a character.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, that's all it is a job. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there some actors and actresses that I think shouldn't open their fucking mouths? Yes, of course. They don't make this shit easy on themselves. Okay? And personally, I think they should entertain instead of trying to talk my ear off. I honestly don't care about a actor's opinion. I don't. Even the few that I like, I don't give a damn about their opinions. Can you act? Can you act out a character? That's all I care about. If you're going to open your mouth, well, I'm not going to hate your movies, but I'm also not going to listen to your opinion. And that's something that a lot of people forget. You can shut if you don't like a thing, don't watch it. Just turn it off and watch something else. There's what,
Agreed.
20 different streaming services to choose from? And each one of those streaming services have thousands of things that you can watch. If you don't like a thing, don't complain about it, just don't watch it. So many times I hear people tell me, "Oh god, I had to fight to get through that series." If you watch 2 episodes of a show and you decide you don't like those 2 episodes, stop watching it. Nobody asked you to watch it. You know what I'm saying? You make that conscious decision for yourself. And all it does in the end is harm you because then you're concentrating on what you hate instead of watching what you love. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Let's see.
So, I mean, that's just
Go ahead.
logical. I mean, you don't sit there and waste your time watching things you hate.
No, I don't.
Forget
So,
about that shit and watch what you want to watch. Who cares what everybody else says about a thing? Make up your own damn mind.
indeed. So the last time I watched a movie in theaters was earlier this year, and I watched Dragon Ball Superhero.
Was that any good?
Yes, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And now next year, sometime next year, they have a new Dragon Ball series. It's called Dragon Ball Damia. Um, and all of the characters that we know um got turned into kids. And people are like, some people are like, "Oh no, this is Dragon Ball GT 2.0." I'm like, hold on, guys. Just because they're turning to kids, it's not going to be just exactly like GT.
Yeah. Well, that's anime for you though. Like
Right.
okay, so I know like a lot of fans of anime don't like to hear this, but remember, most anime is actually geared for children. And
Hmm.
I mean, there is some adult anime. I've seen some really good adult anime.
Ooh, have you seen? You should watch this. It reminds. I haven't seen this movie. I've seen the trailer of it, Wicked City, but I watched this other show. It definitely gives the feel off it of Wicked City. It's called Goku the Midnight Eye. I think you really enjoy it.
I'll probably watch it. There's this anime, adult anime I saw. God, it's been years ago now. It was called Pet Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, that one.
Dude,
I always get confused with the anime and then the movie of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that movie. Whew.
with Rick Moranis.
No, that was Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I get confused with the titles.
The anime Pet Shop of Horrors, though, man, that is a classic like horror anime, and it was really good. Um, you know me, I'm a big horror guy, so last year was really good for horror movies. This year, not so well. There were a few good ones, but there were a whole lot of crap ones too. Um, but like next year, I'm looking forward to some really good horror movies.
Yeah, the anime and the manga are called Pet Shop of Horrors, but the movie with Rick Moranis is called Little Shop of Horrors, and I always get mixed up with the titles.
Well, Little Shop is hilarious, and it's actually the Rick Moranis Little Shop of Horrors
Mhm.
is actually a remake of an older movie from back in the 50s or 60s. Um, that was called Little Shop of Horrors, but it was black and white, and it actually was one of the first starring roles for Jack Nicholson.
Little Shop of Horrors. Let's see. Was it oh hold on, Ron Link. Moira, if you're still there, didn't DH Odyssey was playing the older black and white film of this movie on his channel some time ago? If she's still there.
I think she took the dog, let her cat out or something. I don't know.
She likes to saunter off and come back.
Yeah. Okay. So the Rick Moranis version of the movie came out in 1986. The original for the old black and white Little Shop of Horrors came out in 1960.
1960.
Yeah.
Shop of.
It was an old Roger Corman film.
1960. Yeah, that guy. And then Deej Odyssey was showing this film on his channel.
Yeah.
And I'm just remember the end of the film.
The plant had buds on it, and it had one of them had Seymour's face in it, and he said he goes, "I didn't mean it," and then the plant wilted. That was the end of the original. It's been forever since I've seen this movie, but I watched it so many times that I like memorized the whole movie.
Yeah, all the flowers had their faces on them. Like at the end of the movie, all of them had their faces on the flowers.
Yep.
And that was their fate.
Yep.
Sadly.
Yep. See, in the Rick Moranis version, him and Audrey actually survived.
So they twisted it a little bit.
Yep. Well, there was actually a alternate ending to the 1986 version, the one with Rick Moranis in it, where the plant took over the world. But that was actually never released in the theaters. But there's certain Blu-ray editions of the movie that actually have the alternate ending on it.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I remember this one. It's been a while, but I remember how it ended.
Yeah, it looks like I said their faces were in the buds, and the one that had Seymour's face looked sad, and he said, "I didn't mean it," and then the flower wilted.
So he died at the end.
Well, I mean, he was already dead. The plant had eaten him.
Right, they're all dead. So
yeah, they all died.
Yeah.
But the buds opened up. Remember, because the people came to see the plant, and the buds opened up, and I'm gonna share a picture real quick.
Sure. I'm assuming since the people saw that, well, I guess there's a little hint to the fate of the plant itself.
That right there, this scene right here, that's Jack Nicholson.
He looks really young.
That's a young Jack Nicholson. He had just started out acting. But yeah, that was his first role, was Little Shop of Horrors, or one of his first roles.
Cool. I'm assuming because how the way it ended and the people saw the people's faces on the plants, I'm assuming the plant itself was killed in the end.
Yeah, well, okay, so when Seymour got into the plant, he climbed into the plant to kill it with a knife.
Right.
But when the buds wilted at the end, when you saw, their faces in the plant, in the buds, and then he said, his voice said, "I didn't mean it," and the flowers wilted, that was the plant dying.
That's such a sad ending.
And in the Rick Moranis version from '86, they killed it with electricity. And they've actually done Little Shop of Horrors as like a stage play too.
Oh, nice. Just like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. Just like that picture right there, that's from one of the stage plays.
Hmm.
I actually auditioned when they did this here in Fort Worth. I actually
Hmm.
auditioned for Seymour.
Cool.
But that was like 25 years ago. It's when I was younger. It's when I was in my 20s. But I auditioned for this part, and the only reason I didn't get it was I got sick, and I couldn't keep the role, so it went to another guy.
Hmm.
But I've done a lot of stage plays, especially when I was younger. Uh, there's a theater here called Casa Manana,
Right.
and I did some stage plays for them back in my 20s, right after high school.
Cool.
But yeah.
I wonder if that's the same plant you see in Jumanji.
Well, I mean, see, this is the okay. So this here is the plant from the Rick Moranis version right here.
Right.
This is the Audrey too, and you see near the end of the movie he had little buds
Mm-hmm.
that were all like him but smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very end of this movie, this version of the movie, um, when Audrey and Seymour get married and move into with each other right before the credits roll, it shows the garden right outside their white picket fence, and there's one of these babies in their garden.
Oh no.
Hmm. But Audrey, the plant was actually female. When it came to Earth, it was meaning to uh, spread its seedlings through the planet and conquer the planet. That's why it came here. It's an alien.
Oh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, kind of did that successively if they're shown one of the seedlings in the back of
Hmm.
their
In their
garden.
garden, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see the little seedling, and it slumps its head over and smiles.
Oh dear.
It's like, oh crap! Oh crap! There's more seedlings.
Oh dear. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Ooh. Yes. Yes, I said seedlings, doggins. My pup jumped up here in my
Aw, how's
lap.
your pup doing?
Oh, he's good. He just got over being sick.
Aw. Whoa, feedback.
Oh, he nudged my microphone out of the way.
Ah, little man. Hello, little man.
He's like, "Hi."
Like Pumpkin's right next to me. She let me know there was a wasp in my room today.
Hmm.
Yeah, good kitty.
I had my bathroom window open this summer, and my bathroom window is like right over my shower, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, because I have a park across the street from my apartment complex, during the summer the tarantulas came out,
Oh god.
and one climbed up the side of my building and got in my apartment, and it was good sized tarantula, and my dog found it in the hallway. It had crawled under the door of my bathroom,
Oh.
and my,
Jeez.
my my dog found it in the hallway and he killed it.
Oh, good doggy.
Yeah, he played with it first though. Like he tortured
Of
it before he killed it.
course.
He tortured it before he killed it, but he killed it.
Just like kitty cats. They like to play with their food, and when they kill it.
Yeah. The poor tarantula didn't know it's up from its down. Like my dog got a hold of it and it tried to get away from him a couple of times, but he was like, "Oh hell no."
No, no, he's not going
He's
anywhere.
like it went to crawl away from him kind of fast and he chased it and like swatted it, and yeah, it didn't get away from him.
Yeah, I'm like if I saw that, I'm like, hell no, you're. Um, I don't. I want to know what. I probably pretty much would trap it and just throw it back outside, really.
Well, it came in because as it because it's hot outside and they're trying to get in for the to the cool, and because usually the heat runs them out of their burrows in the
Hmm.
early summer, and they try to find shady spots or cool spots, so they try to come inside your house.
Good thing I don't have that happen over here.
Well, I mean, I'm not afraid of tarantulas. I used to keep them, and sell. I used to catch them when I used to live on my dad's ranch. I used to catch them and sell them to the pet store in town. But yeah, so I've never been really afraid of tarantulas. And like I told you once, I used to own one of the largest tarantulas in the world.
I have a number.
Big old hand-sized spider.
Yeah, you won't see me in Australia. No thanks.
Well, those are actually from South America. The Goliath bird eater spider, which is the largest tarantula in the world, they're from South America.
I
No,
really, I
the
really
the
don't know.
the spider in Australia that you've got to worry about is the funnel web spider.
Not the wolf spider.
Now, wolf spiders are harmless. The funnel web spider is an ambush hunter, which means it stays in its burrow in the ground until it feels something walk by, and then it'll come out and grab it. And the problem with funnel web spiders is they're very aggressive, and they're one of the few tarantula-sized spiders that actually have venom that's dangerous to humans.
Hmm.
So they have to, you have to be careful. And the major problem with funnel web spiders is they'll live right in town. Like they don't care. You could be outside digging in your garden and you bring one up and they're so aggressive they'll come after you. And it doesn't help that they can bite through leather. So
Oh, nice. Great.
yeah. You have to pretty much wear steel-toed boots around funnel web spiders because they'll bite through the leather of your boot. They are highly aggressive spiders, and I'm lucky we don't have any of their species here in America.
Thank God.
The only spiders in America you have to worry about, there's two that are actually harmful, or what they call medically.
Black widow spider.
Yeah, the black widow spider and the brown recluse.
Yep, that's pretty
But
much it.
the thing about the recluse is it's not an aggressive spider. So the only time people get bitten by brown recluses is if they're in your clothing or in your shoes.
Mm.
So you should always check your shoes before you put them on. Because they'll live almost anywhere. They'll live in your house. They'll live around your house. It doesn't matter. City, country, it doesn't matter. Black widow spiders, unless you just fuck with them, they don't mess with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my uncle, he lives in California. He got, I don't know, I forget what he was doing. But he got bit by a black widow spider on his hand, and he immediately had to go to the hospital.
Oh, I've been bitten by one. When I was younger, when I was in my teens. It was lucky that the little hospital that was in my county had the antivenom. But I mean, people like it'll make you really sick, but it won't kill you unless you already have like a problem with your immune system.
Hmm.
But I mean, it is a significant bite. The thing about black widow spiders is sometimes when they bite, they give what they call a warning bite, and you don't necessarily get enough of the venom in that bite. They're just biting you to warn you, to make you go away. They don't always produce every time a spider bites, they squeeze a certain amount of venom out of their glands that are in their fangs, right? Or above their fangs. So when they bite, sometimes they'll just give you a real quick tap bite and they won't envenom that bite. Because they use the venom to hunt to catch their food, right? And if you're not food, they're not going to waste the venom on you. And you probably know the size of a black widow. They're not very big. So
Hmm.
they're not going to waste all that venom on you because they know they can't eat you. You're too big. So a lot of the time when a black widow bites, they're just biting you to make you go away. And like you have to really screw with them to make them bite you. You have to almost scare them to make them bite you.
Yeah,
But
I don't like spiders.
oh, like I said, I'm not afraid of them. I respect them for what they are and for what they
Mm.
do. But there are certain spiders in other parts of the world I won't mess with. I will not go anywhere near a funnel web spider. Don't
I,
trust them. They're highly aggressive.
I won't go near any spider to begin with.
Well, you realize that stereotypically, you're never more than 10 foot away from a spider.
Not in my house, I'm not.
Spiders are everywhere.
I know. Not in my house, they're not.
Are you one of those people that would burn the house down if you found a spider in it?
Not burn my house down. Like, no. No.
I know people that are that afraid. They'll like, claim they'd burn their own house down because of a spider. I'm like, it's just a spider. Like, catch it with something and put it outside. Honestly, spiders get a bad rap from people because because they're creepy. I mean, let's be honest, they're creepy. They have all them legs and they have all them eyes and they move weird. They're creepy. I'm logical. I respect the fact that they're creepy, but like, too many people get the wrong idea about spiders. They're honestly necessary for nature. Like, they kill bad bugs. They eat bad bugs. Stuff you don't want. In your home or around your home. They're.
It's just not in my house.
uh,
That's it. Just not in my house.
no.
With cats, yeah, I can. I mean, with cats, I'm like, yeah, they're welcome. Like, but my limit is like 6 cats and no more. I love kitty cats. I'd like to get another kitty cat, but I'm not really sure how my cat Pumpkin will like about that.
Probably not very much.
Probably not. No.
Cats tend to be very fiercely territorial.
Territorial,
So
yeah.
I mean, the only way I've ever seen cats like work well together is if they were like in the same litter or whatever.
Right.
Most of the time, if you introduce a second cat, the other cat that's been there longer is not happy.
Yeah.
I mean, cats aren't pack animals like dogs are. Dogs are more used to other dogs being around. Cats, they're kind of loners, as you well know. So,
Yeah, but they're lovable too.
oh, they're adorable. Don't get me wrong. I like cats. I know what they are.
Yeah.
Dogs,
Same with
dogs,
dogs.
dogs are predators. So are cats. But the difference in dogs and cats when it comes to predatory behavior is dogs domesticated themselves to humans. Okay. Back in the days when we were still living in caves and moving around, the dogs, we used to leave trash, like the stuff that was left over from the food and everything on the outside of our villages, right?
Mm.
So the dogs, the wolves, would come in and they would eat that food that we would leave. So dogs finally realized that humans left food, so we're going to go hang out with the humans. Cats, on the other hand, they choose whether they want to stay with you or not. You know? So,
Hey, Godfather! Late night hang up, hey? Yes, indeed. If you want to come up here, you're more than welcome.
but, dogs, cats, similar creatures mentally, but different in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm an animal guy in general. Like, I was raised on a ranch, so I've been used to like all different sorts of animals my whole life. So,
Yeah, so have I. Like
and
dogs,
always,
cats,
always
herbivores,
remember,
hamsters, fish.
always remember, the most unpredictable animal is human beings. At least with predatory animals like dogs and cats, you can kind of gauge what they're going to do. Humans, you never really know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Man, it has been a long year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about ready for this year to be over. I've lost too many people this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I already sent you a link. Go father. Just check your Twitter DMs.
I'm ready for this year to be over. It's been kind of a hell of a year.
Yeah, I think everybody's like, let's see. 2024 will bring.
More of the same. Nothing ever changes except for when you don't want it to. You know.
Mm,
And the way I look at it is, hey man, that's just the world. You know. You win some, you
oh,
lose some. Sometimes things happen that are great for you, sometimes they don't. You know.
right.
I mean, when I get out there and I start my voice acting work, if I fail at that, then there's always another job, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, go father. How are you?
Evening.
I made a big mistake. I had something earlier and I thought it would be fine, and nope. Big
What
mistake.
happened?
What happened?
Usually when I get hot chocolate, I don't have problems, but I haven't had it from this place.
Mm.
Okay.
Regret.
Regret it didn't agree with your stomach.
It did not.
I
I
find
hear you. And right
Did
before I
they?
joined in, I heard you about wanting the year over. For once, I want the rest of the year to kind of just span out for a while.
Hey,
But
Jet.
I've been
Sorry.
there. I hear you.
I think
What's
Coming
up?
in
Blair's
clear.
like either busy or passed out.
What's up, Jet? In a long time no see.
Hey, good to see you, Thade.
Mm-hmm. So how are you guys doing? Goat father and Jet.
I'm doing better now.
Well, that's
Uh,
good. Maybe he had some. Well, I have a question. Was this like packaged hot cocoa?
I don't know. I was in one of those machines that kind of mixes it on the
Oh,
spot with like ridiculously hot water.
yeah. Oh, those are always horrible.
I mean,
Hmm.
it's not the place I usually go to. The place I usually go to is really dang good. But this was an experiment, and
That
somebody else went
experiment
there,
didn't go
and
well.
not for me, but somebody before me said, "Oh yeah, I had it. I didn't have any problems." Are you sure about that?
There's a little coffee house that they do like poetry readings and stuff at that's near me, and that's where I usually go to get my hot chocolate and coffee and stuff. I don't go to Starbucks anymore because that's just overpriced garbage. But there's a little coffee house I have over here that's really good.
yeah, exactly. It's all just a bunch of corporate stuff. But I mean, then again, if you have a coffee maker at home, just make the coffee there. I prefer to drink tea personally.
Well, you know, I grew up in Britain, so tea is a thing. But yeah, my dad's British, so or my dad was British before he passed away, and I grew up
Um,
part of my life over there in the UK, so I got used to tea time. Hell, I still hold tea time a lot of the time.
I'm too
Yeah,
far away from somewhere that has tea. I finally found the one tea I agree with, and now I'm hundreds of miles away from it.
Well, I
hmm.
usually keep
Man.
I usually keep three different types of tea in my cabinet, you know, so for whenever I want it, you know, I keep chamomile, Earl Grey, and breakfast tea, British breakfast tea. So
Let's see. Morning tea, afternoon tea, nighttime tea.
Well, usually I either get like some sort of like one that has like green tea in it.
yeah,
I've also gotten like I've also had like a peach detox tea, sleepy time tea. And
yeah.
one of the ones I got recently was apple cinnamon herbal tea.
I found it through a friend. There's this tea that it's got an herb in it called arnica, which is good if you've got like swollen joints or whatever. It helps. And this tea will like help if you've got like arthritis or whatever. And since I'm older guy, you know, I'm staring down the double barrel of 50 here soon. Uh, it helps when my arthritis acts up. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's a lot better than having to take some dang pills or whatever.
I have to take. I've got like some psychiatric issues, so I have to take those pills, and they're bad enough on my body. So I try not to take like pain medication or anything. I don't try to take anything stronger than ibuprofen anymore because I was an opiate addict for years, and so I have to be careful when it comes to pain medication. So a lot of the time I don't bother to take it. Uh, so this arnica tea, whenever it gets cold and my joints swell up, it's really good for me. So, and like you said, it's natural, so you're not having to worry about all the pharmaceutical bullshit.
Yeah.
So, besides that, I've always been into like natural cures, and my dad had a green thumb and everything, and he taught me how to grow herbs and stuff like that. So like if I wasn't living in the apartment I'm living in now, if I had like a house, I would be growing my own herbs and such. So it's just one of those
Yeah.
things. Now
Yeah, I know.
you were talking about your own coffee a little bit ago, Jet. What I
No,
usually do.
I don't drink coffee. I'm just saying anybody should just have a coffee maker at their house if they want to just have coffee on the cheap. Just
Well,
buy a
what I
big.
do, what I
Mhm.
do is I buy whole beans, and I get Colombian Supremo, and there's another one that I do, and I grind the beans myself, and then I mix them with hot chocolate powder. So
Huh.
my coffee is equal parts hot chocolate and coffee.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I also got hot chocolate stock, but I know it's been like a year. I know I hardly ever. But I'm finding out that just eating a lot of sugar, just makes my face break out.
Yeah,
Luckily, I'm trying to do everything I can to keep my skincare
yeah.
all good.
Well, the hot chocolate powder that I get, I don't buy like Nestle or Hershey's or anything like that. What I buy is there's this Mexican stuff that comes in like it looks like a cake kind of thing, and you crumble it up, and it's Mexican hot chocolate. It's from South America, or like from middle of from the Mexican area, and they grow. They have their own cacao beans and stuff down there, and they make it a different way than the pre-processed like American type of hot chocolate. So
Oh, I
it's
see.
it's more of a it's more like it tastes more like dark chocolate, but it's a little bit better for you than like the American pre-processed stuff. So
I see.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. What's coming? I forgot a movie that's coming out next month. Um, I think it's gonna be on Netflix. Um, it's may or may not. I'm not really sure. I don't. Hold on, let me check.
what's the name of the movie?
Let me check here. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's Netflix. So on the 15th of this month, on Netflix, Chicken Run 2: Dawn of the Nugget is coming out.
That
And
sounds hilarious.
yes, and it's been such a long time since the first movie came out. In the year
Yeah.
23 years. 23 years to be exact.
the year 2000.
Yes.
God, my daughters were small then. Damn.
Unfortunately, since it's been such a long time, some of the voice actors are not going to reprise the roles.
Well, yeah, some of them aren't even alive anymore.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it's always those weird. You always find yourself in a weird place where you have films or so-called sequels that come out 20 years later. I mean, sure, it worked for movies like Top Gun.
Well, let's see. You got The Incredibles,
Yeah.
Monster Inc., and the ones that really don't make sense to me. Bambi. Bambi had a sequel. Like,
Yeah, but you're
decades decades
talking
later.
but you're talking about like 20 years ago too that sequel came out. So
Right.
that was a really weird, like the 90s and early 2000s was a really weird time for Disney because I mean
Yeah,
you had a few like original movies, but then you had a whole lot of sequels to their animated stuff for years, you know.
yeah, but you also need to understand all those movies were direct to video stuff.
Oh
It
yeah, of
was
course.
it was just a quick it was all just a quick cash in, more or less.
Yeah.
I don't really get why they had to do like a Bambi sequel. Should have left it alone as it is, really.
Well, look, what it is, what it is. You know,
Right.
companies. You guys have to remember these production companies. They have to make money, okay? And at the end of the day,
Right.
it's all about business. And if they think something, if they can capitalize on a title or a nostalgia thing, they're going to. And the thing is that's never going to change. Movie studios,
No, it's
movie
Yeah, but
not.
studio.
here's the thing though. Yeah, but I mean, if it was a year to commemorate a milestone for when Bambi first came out, yeah, it would make sense that let's just put out another just a new like a brand new like a milestone anniversary edition of this film.
Let's see. I'm
Well, but
forgetting what year
what I'm trying to
Bambi
tell you
came out.
is the studios don't care. They've been doing this for well over 100 years now, most of them. Warner Brothers just celebrated 100 years. Uh, Disney is on 100 years, I think, this year. A lot of these studios, they're going to put out what they're gonna try to capitalize on what they can because at the end of the day, it's a business. Okay,
Mhm.
they're going to make movies regardless of what we say, regardless of what the public says. They're always going to test the waters with things. Okay,
Right.
and I mean, this has been going on since the start of Hollywood. You're talking about since the the silent era. These things have been happening,
Yeah,
and
Right.
the studios. No matter how much people think the studios have changed, they've never really changed. It all comes down at the end of the day to money. Okay, and if they find a thing isn't working, they'll pivot to something else. Okay, most of these studios are looking at well over 100 years. And if you conceptualize the idea of a company that's been around for 100 years or more, that's hard to think about, okay? The only other thing that's older than some of these movie studios is some banks in Europe, okay? And, you know, you're not going to change these companies. They're always going to be what they are, all right? You can make a stir, you can say what you want to say about things, but you're not going to change them at the end of the day.
yeah.
It's just not.
Speaking of things that aren't going to change, uh, one other thing, you saw that they're making another Scream film, and now like the two principal stars are not even going to be appearing in it. One of them, either the rumor is that or Jenna Ortega just quit the project simply because the other chick got fired.
Okay, so what's going on with Jenna Ortega and all of that? That's part of it. But also, you've got to understand, she's going to be busy here soon with several different projects.
Yes, that
And
is true.
she went and she went to Spyglass, who's making the new Scream movie, and she said, "Hey, can you work around my schedule because I've got a lot of projects coming up." And Spyglass basically said, "No, they weren't going to work around it because
Oh,
because like I said, they can pivot to something else." You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. But I mean, look, I mean, I know that, yeah, this could be a good thing that could help wrap up Sydney's storyline. I mean, yeah, if they get Nev Campbell
Well,
back on board for this final,
but the thing is,
hopefully this is going to be this final film, because I know, I mean, Scream is a franchise that is trying to is basically a meta commentary on slasher films in general.
well, look, Scream, in my opinion, is way overdue for being over. Okay. Now, these last couple of movies weren't bad, but you got to think about it. How many times has Scream pivoted from different groups? Okay. And but what Spyglass doesn't realize is they shot themselves in the foot by screwing over Barrera because that was part of why Jenna Ortega is leaving. And how they've shot
Yes,
themselves in the foot, how they've shot themselves in the foot is Jenna Ortega is a rising star right now.
yes.
And with her and Melissa Barrera both leaving your project, that's not a good optic for you, for your company. Okay. It's just like with what Warner's been doing here lately, shelving projects. Now creatives don't want to work with Warner Brothers. A lot of creatives are saying unless David Zaslav goes away, they don't want to work with Warner because they're worried that David Zaslav is just going to make an arbitrary decision to shelve their movie.
Yeah, not to mention there's another thing with like, Rooster Teeth that again, they were caught up in the whole problem with, Machinima and also caught up with like with Warner Media. They were just swept up in all the corporate bumfuckery. Sorry,
Well,
pardon my
look,
language.
Speaking of
Warner Brothers,
which,
Warner
sorry,
Brothers,
Fade.
Warner Brothers has had a problem since AT&T bought them. Okay, a couple of years back. And this pivoting to Discovery buying them isn't fixed anything. Okay.
Yeah, it's just more mergers. That's all it
when
is.
when Zaslav came in at the start of the year, or actually last year now, we thought it was going to fix things. Zaslav just came in and proved what he's always been. He's always been just a reality TV producer, okay? And he doesn't really work well as a studio CEO. I mean, he's proving that hand over fist. He's shelving projects for tax write-offs that he shouldn't shelve. I mean, at least they saved the Coyote movie, the most recent Looney Tunes movie.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one. I'm glad they saved it.
Well, Warner's not going to put it out there. What Warner did is they basically gave the creators the option to shop it out to other production companies
Okay,
for the licensing,
right.
and you're going to see that a lot more now in the future from Warner. They're going to start licensing out IPs, which is not always a good thing.
Yeah, because you already know there's a chance that company just might just actually buy up the rights to said property. And
Well,
look,
I have a feeling that Zaslav, when he came in, when he brought him and Discovery came in to buy out Warner, that they planned to piecemeal things out anyway. Basically, what they did was they basically pulled what you'd call a fire sale. They came in to buy up this property. They're going to try to turn it around, and then they're going to sell off their IPs. And that's always been the worry. Warner Brothers has owned DC, the DC IP for 40 years now. Okay,
yeah,
and
they've owned Looney Tunes for as long as like Warner Brothers has been around.
yeah, Looney Tunes was one of the starting IPs for Warner Brothers from I think back in the 30s. So.
Mhm.
And when you take your two biggest IPs that you own and you screw them over like you've been doing, that's not good optics for your company. Okay, you've got Warner screwing over the DCEU, and now it's been turned over to James Gunn, which I like the idea, but I understand why people are sad that
Skeptic.
the old era is gone and why they're skeptical.
Mhm.
Because it's not James Gunn that they're skeptical about. It's David Zaslav, because David Zaslav, since he's been in there, has proven time and time again that he's a dumbass when it comes to their IPs. And them trying to shelve this new Looney Tunes movie, you're basically shitting on your most important IP. Looney Tunes, like you said, has been a part of Warner Brothers for 70, 80 years, And when you're trying to screw over one of your major IPs, it's not a good optic. It's just not.
Like I said, the
I
same
think
thing
they'll
with
still
Marvel
release.
and
Yeah, exactly.
DC, driven their major IP, especially in the comics.
Yeah, and I mean, James Gunn was actually supposed to helm the cosmic side of the MCU with starting with Guardians of the Galaxy, and of course, because of people, because Disney seeing hearing seeing angry tweets from people, or going back in time and people screaming about some old tweets of his. They just say again that was just more of a reactionary thing, like saying, "Oh,
Well,
no,
okay, but
that's
but
danger."
but but to play devil's advocate here, Disney fixed that problem. They did go back and rehire James Gunn and try to smooth that issue over. The problem comes from the fact that David Zaslav was playing headhunter when he came into DC because he wanted Zack Snyder and all of that group, but the previous DC movie runners to be gone. Okay, so he went and basically coaxed James Gunn from Marvel and brought him over and said, "I will make you creative CEO of DC movies." And I like what they did with the setup for DC movies, because you have two heads of DC, of the DC movie division. You have Michael, God damn it, what's his name? Hold on, I gotta look this name up. Give me a second.
Sure. Speaking of Nightcrawler, the retconned or rewrite
It's
his history
okay.
again.
That's not a retcon, and I'll get into why that's not a retcon here in just a minute.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we also know, Destiny is was one of Mystique's lovers. Yes, she
Right.
Well,
was.
okay, so okay, let me just say this right off the bat. That was not a retcon. When Nightcrawler was originally created by Christopher Claremont, he had intended for what they just put into that story recently to actually happen, because of the way that Mystique's powers work. She's not really a shapeshifter. Her power is actually on the genetic level. She can change her body genetically. Okay, which means that, she can mimic your fingerprints. If she was just a shapeshifter, she would not be able to mimic your fingerprints. Okay, she can mimic your irises for like for the eye biometric thing. Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
had an
we
eye
don't.
lock.
Yeah, we know. We saw that with Cerebro in the original films. Yeah, she
Right.
has. She has done that.
But what she does, it's not a shape shifting thing. What she does is she physically changes her genetics. Okay.
On
So
a cellular level, I mean, and also the reason why in Days of Future Past, why the Sentinels could adapt to whatever was thrown at them.
exactly, because she changes on a cellular level. So Chris Claremont had originally meant for her to be able to become male or female. And initially, she was supposed to be Nightcrawler's technical father, and Destiny was supposed to be the mother. Now, the thing about that is, after Claremont left in the early 90s, that's when other uh,
Hey, Padawannabe.
what's up,
Full
Padawannabe?
panel, way to go. The Nightcrawler stuff is just ridiculous. Used to be a mystery and took years for us to find out, but now they're screaming, look at we did here. No mystery, no sell. Yeah,
What I'm trying to tell you, though, Padawannabe, is this was always intended to happen. When Chris Claremont left in the early 90s, they never continued with his original storyline. They're not really screaming it from a mountain, dude. It's in one. It's literally in one comic book. I mean, I'm
Hey,
not gonna
Insanity.
fight with you over it. But the simple fact of the matter is, it's in one comic book. They're not screaming it from the mountaintops. It's been picked up because people think it's a ridiculous thing.
Anywho, yeah, they're either rewriting it or retconning it. In my view, here, Marvel and DC comics are just really going down the tubes at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Another thing is
it's
that
sad. It's sad because these are my favorite. The world of Marvel and DC. That's something I really enjoyed as a child. I still do, especially with Spider-Man, who I relate the most.
yeah, he is like one of the most related superheroes ever. But back to the Nightcrawler thing, I'm pretty sure that is not how people how you give birth to kids. I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it.
No.
Dude, look. People are trying to make sense out of something that's not supposed to make sense. Half the things that comic book characters do don't make any fucking sense. I mean, if you think about it, mutants, that would never happen. I mean, people are trying to make scientific sense out of something that.
I mean, well, it pertains to the wider Marvel universe. I know that the X-Men and the Incredible Hulk and the Spider-Man and the Avengers all exist in the same universe. How do they rationalize the difference between mutant powers and superpowers? Is it the same? I mean, some people are born with superpowers. Like a lot of like alien heroes and villains are born with
Okay.
powers.
Okay, so the backstory on that, and when it comes down to how superpowers work in the 616 universe, okay? And this has been 20 years ago that this point was made, and they haven't changed it yet. They haven't retconned it, and I don't think they ever will. It all had to do with the Celestials, okay? The Celestials came to Earth, and they found this tribe they called the Wanderers. They were basically cavemen, okay? Early humans. And the Celestials took a group of them, and they split them into thirds, okay? And the three different Celestials took a third of each, all right? And they gave them, okay, they made a third of them into Eternals, which were, the beautiful, godlike, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, the beautiful godlike guardians.
And then they did the other third, they turned into the Deviants, which were, these ugly, demonic looking, dark powered kind of creatures. And then the middle third, they said, we'll put a gene into these people and it'll decide how it comes out. Okay. And that gave rise to humanity being either born with the X gene, which makes you a mutant,
Yep.
or being born with a potential that if something changes your body, you become what they consider a mutate, which is different. Okay. Mutates are people like the Hulk and Captain America, and where like something scientifically happened to you that
Yes,
changes you.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And even then, I always like that. That's a good inspiration for what happens in
Right.
one story, in the story that I'm writing. Basically, there is some type of radiation that gives some people, some people who are exposed to it. Most of them all either die. Most of them all either die of leukemia. Others are just, even some children that are born from it just are most likely just have more different mental acuity, or in the case of a few rare individuals, they actually develop psychic powers.
And that happens. But that's just like in humanity, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have some people that have like a sixth sense, an ESP for things,
Yes.
they have an intuition or whatever. And then some of us just have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Or they're just naturally smart, or have an adapt, or just have a photographic memory.
And if all humans are, in my opinion, have baseline psychic ability, okay?
Hey, Wade.
You have people who talk about, you have the mothers that they get in a car wreck with their kids and they have this like adrenaline shot where they can lift the car off their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or you have people that have that intuition. They know when somebody in their family's hurt, even if they're hundreds of miles away. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the whole kind of thing that happens between twins. And I know about the twin connection because I am one. Okay. I have a twin sister. We're fraternal. We're not identical, obviously, because we're male and female twin.
Yes,
But
exactly. And there are actually are two sets of twin characters in the story. Ones that are two identical twin sisters in my superhero story, and one that are fraternal, and two others that are fraternal twins.
right. But like my sister, my twin, got into a wreck one time when we were in our 20s. Okay. And she lived 120 miles away from me. And the moment she got into that car wreck, I felt it. I knew something was wrong. And we traded notes a little later on when she was in the hospital when I got to go see her. And at the moment she had her wreck is when I got that feeling. Okay? There's a connection between twins, regardless of whether you're fraternal or identical. And what that is because you shared a womb for 9 months. And you're basically either a part of each other or you grew in the same womb. Okay. The only difference in identical twins and fraternal twins is identical twins grew from one egg. Fraternal twins grow from two. Okay.
Yes.
So, but you're still sharing the same space for 9 months. You were still born nearly at the same time. So there's a connection psychically between you and your twin. Okay. So the twin bond is something that needs to be studied more. Natural human intuition needs to be studied more. Because the major reason why we don't think about the things that our brain can do, because the human brain is the strongest computer on the planet. Okay.
Yeah, but some people, yeah, I know. From what I've read, from what I've listened to recently, from of the channel, the Kirkazants, right?
Yeah, Kyrgyzstans. Yeah.
Yeah, they basically said humans naturally we're stupid because we're just not capable of because our minds can't handle all the information that we're seeing from
Well-
the internet and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing. They're not really saying you're stupid. You're getting overstimulated. Okay.
Yes.
So what it
more or less-
is, and here's the thing. Your brain works psychosomatically. Okay. That's been proven with scientific study. So if you're told your whole life that a thing is not possible, your brain won't let it happen. Okay. Because you're conditioned to not believe you can do a thing. All right. And if you're told from a young age that you can't do something, you're going to believe it. You're told from like your formative years that you can't do a thing until you discover later on in your life that you can. But even if you discover later on in your life that you can, you're going to cut that off in your brain because our brains are psychosomatically attuned. So it's there. You just can't access it because your brain won't allow it. Because you've been told your whole life that it can't happen.
and also there's also experience come into factor, like you see things and that's not going that definitely can't happen, and like you say to yourself, that's not going to happen to me.
Right. But it's actually happening. You just won't let yourself believe that it's happening. It's really weird how the human mind works. Like, you can trick yourself into believing a certain thing. I mean, that's how mass hysteria works. You realize that, right? That's how like conditioning works. Why people believe a thing is because you're told over and over again that this thing is this or this thing is this way. Then you're going to start believing it after a while. Okay? If enough people break that conditioning and think for yourselves, think about what you could do for yourself. Think about what you can do for the people around you. This is why I say, release your mind and your ass will follow. Free your mind and your ass will follow. If you think for yourself, if you do things for yourself instead of letting other people tell you how the world is, you won't be conditioned to believe that things aren't possible.
Yeah, I know that's the whole thing though, because as far as we can tell, these people are not going to change. They're not going to try to, change the message because they think this is what people need to be told. We need to be lectured. When some people just want to be entertained, and sure, we want to be smiling when we walk out of a theater or when we're done watching a show. We don't want to be more dour and depressed than we already were.
Yeah, we don't want to be lectured. We don't want to be lectured about
But the thing about it is, you've got to look at it. You've got to look at it both ways, though. Okay, both sides are screwing up the picture. Okay, too many people get crossways with each other. Too many people either have this opinion or that opinion. It's called being tribal. Okay, and tribalism is not a good thing. Okay,
and that is the thing, though, and that is the thing that Kierkegaard also says, that human beings, that's the thing that's still the reason why we're still tribal, because that's something that's still more innate to who we are as human beings. We naturally gravitate to people that are the familiar.
Right, but the thing is you should walk a middle line. Think for yourself.
Yeah, and that's individualism. But I mean, true individualism is something that they often are. The thing is that's argued is that if everyone is an individual, there probably is no structure or order. It would just be pure anarchy. If everyone always says,
that's a lie. Look, we have always been pack animals. Okay, think about it like wolves, like my avatar up there. Okay, we have always been pack animals. Humans are pack animals. But the thing is do you lead your pack the right way or do you not? Okay, you either think for yourself or you go with the sheep. Okay, and there's sheep on both sides. You get what I'm saying? I mean, are you picking up what I'm laying down here? Okay.
Yes.
There's sheep on both sides. Neither the left nor the right is correct. All right. Everybody has an agenda. Both sides have an agenda. Okay. These people want to say this. These people over here want to say this. All right. If you walk the middle road and you think for yourself, you can decide which side's message is right for you. Okay. If you don't like what people consider quote unquote woke, then don't deal with it. If you're watching a movie and it doesn't connect with you, stop watching it.
Yeah,
Okay?
and that's the whole thing. I've consigned myself that I'm not. I mean, if I just see even from a trailer, it's like, yeah, I'm not watching this. This is just too ridiculous. And even then, sometimes you find stuff and just like they were trying to trick you to try to pull you in, and then you see some of that woke stuff in the film, and you just can't help but just face palm at it sometimes. Like, why are
Here's
you
the
guys
thing.
trying to do this?
No, here's the thing. And this is something nobody understands when I try to say it. Well, I mean, a few people have. But here's the thing. Do you focus on what you love or do you focus on the negative? If you
Positive.
spend your
Hey, Raker
life
Steve, how are you?
if you spend your life focusing on the negative, you are never going to enjoy your life. Okay? I don't care if a thing is woke or not woke. If I watch a thing and I watch it and I enjoy it, then that I enjoy it. If I get 20 minutes into a movie and I don't enjoy it, woke or unwoke, I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. If I watch 2 episodes of a TV series, woke or unwoke, and I don't like it, I stop watching it. Too many problems with this side of YouTube is you get one group of people going, oh, just leave it alone. It's not hurting anybody. And then you've got the other side going, woke, 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 woke. It's horrible. And you get conditioned to one side or the other.
Are we going
Okay.
somewhere with this?
Okay. I think we get your point, Sade. Thanks for explaining.
Think for yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. Thanks for yourself. We get it, but also
Don't
respect
let negativity
people's
shine.
opinion, in a positive way. I think that's what Fade is trying to convey. Anyway, I want to say hello to Raker Steve. Raker Steve, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Been a bit. Anyway, let's see. I have like what I was talking about earlier. I was watching this trailer from Netflix called Blue Eye Samurai, and I'm really enjoying the trailer. Have like watched it 4 times already, and I like it's only 8. I'm a little disappointed. There's only 8 episodes of it. Like actually, like what 10 or 12 episodes because
I
From-
haven't heard of that. What is that like? Live action anime?
no, it's
What?
animation.
Actually, guys, real quick, I'm going to say goodnight because I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. It's actually rather late for me. So I will talk to you guys later.
Thanks for coming, Stade. Have a good night.
Not a problem. Good to see you again, Jet.
Yeah, you
It's been a
too.
while.
And again, I really need to get you on because I still have a script that's old script I wrote for the history of lightsabers, and I want to get down to try to doing that discussion at some point
yeah,
in the future.
more. By all means. Do you have Twitter?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay. Give me a second to open up Twitter and hold on. I'll go ahead and look you up, and you can hit me up on that. I'm usually available on weekends.
All right.
With the exception of Sunday night, I have a show I do with some friends. So, okay, what is your Twitter handle?
Let me just do it. I think before I came in, before I changed it. Hang on 1 second.
Actually, go ahead and drop it in the private chat.
I think I'm already like DM'd with you already. I think.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I have it so you can hit me up.
Go Father. It's animation.
Haven't heard of it before. When's it coming out?
I believe it's already out. Let me check though. Let me double check though. Yeah, it's already out. It came out last month.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
And what the cool thing about it is that the voice from the Disney animated film Mulan's in that series, which is pretty cool. She stars as a geisha woman.
Not surprised. It kind of seemed how they were preparing her in the cartoon back then.
Hmm.
There we go.
Rinker C says, "Hey there, girlfather. You come here often?"
All right, I just sent
Oh,
you
he
a
was.
follow.
Yeah, he was listening to that. I know what he's thinking.
Yeah, I just sent you another. I just sent you another follow. So, because I have a different Twitter now. So.
You different now?
Yeah, it's I did a follow there.
Okay.
All right, yeah, hit me up later, Sparks.
All right, thanks.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, Sade.
See you, Thade.
You're doing good, Steve. That's good. I still need to watch the new episodes of Santa Clauses. Yes, I have watched up to episode 5. Episode 6 will be coming out next week, which I believe is on a Wednesday. So I already did my review of the Santa Clauses season 2, episode through 1 and 4 already. The last 2 episodes, 5 and 6, will be done next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. I have learned never to bash anyone who likes something. Agreed. Unless it's woke stop. It's woke. Gloves off.
Yeah.
I started watching.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
No, I interrupted you.
I started watching a show called Scavengers Reign on Max. The weirdest thing I ever watched in a long time. Never heard of it. I have to check that out. My goal is to make Godfather to blush, is what a true friend would do. Ah.
I have words for that, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
Mel Gibson's
Dude,
the
what
true
side
Santa
are
Claus?
you?
No, not Mel.
Here's the
And
nicest
it's
way of
Tim
saying
Allen. Tim Allen, dude.
The nicest way of saying this, Steve, is what side are you playing for?
Still can't believe though. It's crazy how they didn't get him to voice Buzz Lightyear again for Lightyear.
Yeah, well, they kind of drew their own line based off of stuff.
Yeah, that's mainly the reason why. But this is what people have issue with, and why I think everyone doesn't want to deal with this woke crap. Everyone wants to just make it all about a political statement. Can we just be entertained? It doesn't even matter if it's just bad writing. Yeah, I can see the cause for it being terrible.
You like it? LOL. I don't know. Tim Allen's like the Santa Claus for me. Dude, Mel Gibson is in The Fat Man is awesome. Fat Man. I don't really think I want to know. I just watched Fartman. That is the true Santa Claus. I debate you, Raker Steve. I say Tim Allen's the Santa Claus. Hey, Christian, welcome back. Hey, girls and dudes, you're still on. I'm done my tunes. Right on. Welcome back. Yeah, so it was but Blue Samurai. I really enjoy the trailer. Like I played it a few times. And yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna binge watch the 8 episodes. I hope there's a second season coming out. Bring it on. Ha ha ha. Love you all.
I think he must be drinking right now.
Really?
He's got to be if he's laughing that hard.
Maybe. He might be having spiced rum.
No, pumpkin spice. It's
Pumpkin
still,
spice?
that season-ish.
I didn't know they make such a thing.
Oh yeah, they make pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice.
everything now.
Yeah, lotion, bourbon.
Aha, nailed it.
Nailed it.
I think I remember
no.
drinking. I think I remember drinking pumpkin spice moonshine when I was in Gatlinburg once.
Gatlinburg, huh? I haven't heard that in a long time.
Have you been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Nope, I have a reason to go though.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. I know one thing that sucks that I got it was a souvenir, but the year after, like a year later, it got confiscated at the airport. It was a Swiss Army knife with my name engraved in it in wood. It was a wooden Swiss Army knife with my name with my first name engraved on it.
Wouldn't let you ship it?
No, I had it on a keychain. They said, "Yeah, you can't use it because it's considered a weapon."
Hmm.
The TSA confiscated it, or I had to leave it behind.
Aw, man, that sucks.
Yeah, just a little piece. I mean, ever since I moved from Tennessee to up here to Illinois, yeah, that was like one little souvenir of where I came from, my heritage, or just a little souvenir of my roots.
Mm-hmm. Like, how you guys have been playing or watching anything that are you enjoying right now?
Well, I've mostly just been I've been playing back through Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect or the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I actually got a physical copy, and given how PlayStation Plus has become like too expensive, I'm just gonna let it run out. And it's just sad though that
Speaking of which, Jet, like I saw this on Phil's Twitter a couple days ago. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting he has a different Twitter since his other one was unfortunately taken down.
Yeah, the Shattered Knight.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, what did he get banned for?
I don't know exactly. No. I guess we'll have to ask Phil next time we see him.
Yeah, at most I know my comments that I've like said have just simply been removed, or because I think apparently my opinions have never really gelled well with a lot of people.
Yeah, I saw this on Phil's Twitter. Let's see. I don't know if this is official or not. Just take it as a grain of salt, as is. But it's from this. It looks like I can't really tell. But it says So just take it as a grain of salt, because I'm not really sure viable this info is. Sony may stop console production due to financial problems. According to the source, Sony hired the public that sales of PlayStation 5 consoles were unsuccessful. Apparently, there are currently over 13 million unsold devices left in the company's warehouses, indicating that players' interest in the console is low.
Well, sorry.
Also, following the announcement of the departure of PlayStation chairman Jim Ryan, Sony's games division did not appoint the executive director. This also raises doubts among experts about the company's future strategic development plans. According to rumors reported by Ken Oko BBQ, might be pronouncing that wrong. Sony is considered leaving the video game market because it's not profitable. The company is reportedly facing widespread financial problems, as in debt of more than 30 billion. As this right below, this is from Social Bytes. And at the bottom it says, these statements should not be taken as true. That's why I said to take this as a grain of salt. So, what do you think, guys?
Well, I think it's only because of several factors. One, PlayStation 5 when it was initially launched. I mean, yeah, scarcity was one thing, but of course it was the scalpers that really screwed Sony over. It was the scalpers. And not to mention the fact that it was in the midst of the pandemic, so we had other stuff. We had so many things we had to deal with, and people had to focus on making sure they could keep their lights on, buy food and stuff like that. It didn't matter. Like, nobody really cared about playing games. Anybody who had games wasn't gonna risk their health to go out and go to game stores to buy the games they wanted. And so, just playing games digitally was a safer bet. And I guess in the added unintended negative consequence that maybe we just need maybe we should just make games. Maybe we should just forego physical games altogether and just focus on making games digital. But yet the price of games have increased. Like a brand new game, whether it's digital or physical, it's $70, which is insane. And even then, like PlayStation Plus, I know they changed up the tiers, these tier systems now, which is another problem of why I think the PlayStation brand is going to start failing, is because of that. I know, not to mention all the acquisitions, just like and trying to do the legal battle thing with Microsoft with the whole thing. And even then, I'm hearing murmurs that they plan to go third party with their stuff anyway. So what was even the point? You just bought them. You just bought Activision and Bethesda just to have them under your belt, and you're still gonna release the games you have to other platforms anyway. It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Go Father?
When it comes down to it, I'm not really surprised because back PS1, PS2 era, everything was going great. Games were still a little pricey back then. But these days, you can get like a AMD APU and just these cheap gaming PCs for the same price as a dang console. So of course they're going to pull out of something they're not doing well, and frankly, a lot of people haven't done well since that supply chain hit a couple of years back from the what. But with the way PCs are going, and that you have tighten your wallet Steam sale time. You can't beat that. You really just cannot beat that combo.
Yeah, and honestly, I should have honestly crossed over into PC gaming a long time ago, where I could have that money I saved up to buy a PlayStation 4. I could have used that money to build myself a decent PC at the time, and I could have just been stuck upgrading it over time.
Hey, West Kegel, how are you doing? I like to get into the PC world as well. Once I am, have more time available.
And more
but
money.
Also, that too. And plus, I need to do research before I buy anything.
Research is key.
Yeah, definitely. Concerning Xbox, they too might be getting out of the console thing. Do you guys, are we seeing right now the last leg of the consoles?
Probably.
No. I mean, yes and no. I want to say a lot of people still enjoy it. Parents still want something more manageable than a PC, which a kid can screw up infinitely so compared to a console.
Exactly, because consoles are more closed network, and again, it's a more, and some people buy consoles because it's slightly more cost effective than PCs. Because I mean, in the long run, buying all the parts and stuff that will set you up. I mean, but even now, like some graphics cards still, at least from the prices I'm seeing, they're going for upwards of like $1,000.
I just want to catch up with the chat here. Panawabi, I've been thinking of doing a push through the Ghostbusters game wrote by the original team and GTA 5 since the new film / game will be coming out soon. Speaking of GTA 6, the trailer for it will be coming out, I believe, December 5th. So
Yeah, and
that would
that's
be this coming Tuesday.
yeah, just 2 days before the Game Awards, and yeah, I know about a few hours ago, me and Bear64, we just got finished and we were talking about it a little bit on the Gaming Den. We were mostly talking about remakes, reboots, and remasters of games.
Right.
What we would have wanted to see, talking about the games that already have been remastered, stuff like that. And yeah, the Game Awards, they're lucky that I think it was kind of a good call, because if they were going to reveal it at the Game Awards, that would have been the talk of the entire show. Everything else would have been overshadowed.
I saw something like on my subscription feed on YouTube today. Yeah, IGN is doing a GTA 6 official trailer countdown live stream on their channel right now.
Oh boy.
It's like 300 people are watching it right now. You guys do know it's not going to be shown till Tuesday, right?
Yeah, but I guess some people are just so depraved for this new game that they're willing to just wait for a freaking countdown timer.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be surprised what these people will wait for.
It's like in well, today is Saturday already for me, so in 3 days you're gonna watch a trailer countdown. All 300 of you are gonna watch a trailer countdown for till it comes out.
Again, don't know. I mean, there are people that still wait for who wait on podcasts like FNT or Flashcast.
Good point. Where did your co-host go? She's cool. I think she took a cat nap. Pat and Wallaby. I started doing grocery delivery for people during the pandemic. I felt fine with the situation. I enjoy helping people anyway. Win-win, definitely.
Nice. I mean, I'm trying to find I mean, my dad thought it was a good idea, but sadly, yeah, they're too full up on doing the things being a dasher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for Xbox partners. A Switch and a gaming PC will be my next investment.
Yeah, I know. I know I was given a Switch about a year ago. Thankfully, again, Bears is also came through for me with getting me that. So that was the thing. I was saving up money for a Switch, but I had to sacrifice it so I can just get something on my car fixed.
Mm-hmm. Definitely some priorities comes first before you buy anything fun wise. Hey, Rex Under, how are you? Good to see ya. Hugs. Are we doing good? They should have done Xbox 1080. I don't get it with Xbox with their names. It's so confusing.
Yeah. Everyone thought the OG Xbox was gonna be called, or the original Xbox was gonna be called we were gonna call Xbox One, and then Xbox 360 comes out, and okay, this is confusing. Or people have called it the X.
Yeah, they should have just went like how PlayStation did. 1 to 5. That's it. That's simple enough. Not like this
or
Xbox One
or portable or Vita
or
for their
Xbox
handheld.
X whatever it's called.
Xbox 2 or Xbox, or some people are gonna call it the Xbox Infinity or something.
Too confusing.
But then again, the project names, some of them were called, even when the original Xbox was done, it was called Project Katana.
Katana, huh? Yep.
Or better yet.
Yep, indeed. Better yet, what?
Yeah, I know. Another thing is also, the Xbox Durango was the original project name for the Xbox One. And again, not to mention it was called an Xbox One X was called Project Scorpio at the time.
It's a good thing they didn't call it the Durango. I'm pretty sure a certain car manufacturer wouldn't like that very much.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Microsoft really is not. They don't really think of themselves. But also, there was a guy named Mike Rowe, and he was gonna have a website called Mike Rowe Soft, and of course, Microsoft said, "Hey, guys, dude, that's you're gonna cause some brand confusion right there. Here, give us the domains for your website, and we'll give you some free stuff from us. Deal?" He's like, "Cool." That basically was that little tiny story.
Wow. Micro and Dirty Jobs should consider doing the same thing. Get a nice payout.
Xbox 4K. I get what Xbox was going with Xbox names. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, heck, even the guys at Red vs. Blue, again, when I was talking about like Rooster Teeth, yeah, they literally said when it was like the Xbox 360 was coming out, like, oh, really, Simmons? What about the Xbox 360? What about the other 359 Xboxes that have come out? I don't know. It just didn't. I don't really know. I don't really know the naming of it.
Mm-mm.
But still, another thing is just like Microsoft, they say some ridiculous things. Like even Sony has said some dumb things. Like, oh yeah, we're not trying to compete with like Nintendo or something. Yeah, when the Wii comes out and became very popular, you got the Move controller, and of course you had the Xbox Kinect. So yeah, you're not trying to compete, guys. Yeah, right.
Oh, we know they are bad at competing. I mean, we are talking about the company that stored people's passwords in a plain text file.
Well, speaking of
Yep.
Rooster Teeth, I think it was either last month or October. Rooster Teeth decided to change tactics and moved its content from YouTube to their website. Which
oh goody, like they didn't already do that already with their dang first program, which sadly a long time ago I tried to sign up for, but it was just the dumbest thing ever.
Well, if I don't really go to the website really. I haven't been to their YouTube site for a long time. If I'm right, do you have to pay to watch content on the website?
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Hey. All these guys. Well, they weren't exactly the March of Dimes. I mean, I'm sure they had like everything, merchandise, everything you got off their website. But now, yeah, they're really bleeding for money, but they're still falling victim to that corporate structure and all that other stuff. And pretty much most of the people that originally founded Rooster Teeth have all pretty much left.
That's what I heard. And also, there are one of the people, and one of the people, including Funimation, that pretty much unfairly cut off Vic Mignogna.
Yes, and again, yeah, he has talked to like people like that Star Wars girl, Chrissy Mayer, all of them at times. So yeah, the fact that they did Vic Mignogna dirty. I mean, he just really was the voice of Crow Bronwyn in Ruby.
He was. And
the other guy,
unfortunately, since he's not in Funimation anymore, he can't do Broly from Dragon Ball. He can't do Sabo from One Piece anymore. Sadly, because of this, and unfortunately, those roles had to be recasted because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, again, back to this whole thing. Like, people really will just, again, he's a victim of all this Me Too crap, and this is. I'm sorry, but this is the kind of crap that makes me that has made me actually turn off from dating. Why would I want to date somebody when they could if something goes sour, they could just make up some crazy thing about me and try to turn not only just the whole world, but even possibly your own family against you.
Yeah, like I was lucky enough to meet Vec a couple of years back at Comic Con. Really nice guy. I kid you not. There was he had his own venue table because there were so many people in line wanting to get his autograph. I kid you not. There was some guy with a serving plate, like butler type kind of person, and I kid you not, he took one bite of a chicken or something like that, and then went back onto the table to sign more autographs. He didn't even stop to have lunch.
He was that he really was
Very
that
nice
popular.
guy and very popular. And what happened to him was downright dirty.
Yeah, because of course there are just people who really just want to see people burn, or they feel, or there's somebody.
It's jealousy and hatred. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I got a feeling if my channel, I mean, there were some people I had a falling out with a long time ago, and if I get really big, I can only imagine they're gonna resurface again and try to do whatever they can to damage my reputation at some point.
Because they're so sad with their own fucking lives. They see no other way to ruin someone else's life.
Yeah, but
That's how pathetic those people are.
Yeah, but even then, even though I'm still not as big, even back only shortly after I had that fall, even for a time, I actually had a time against that with those guys. They would not, like, one of the things that they would not stop doing is that they constantly were thinking Red Dead Redemption 2 was gonna be game of the year. They kept spamming it all over my my Halloween live stream I was doing of Dead by Daylight. These dudes would not stop. Two of them are British, and at least three of them are British. One of them was American. So, it was.
Hey, Tiger Stripes, how are you doing? There's something else going on, I think. What do you mean? Explain. A little bit confused.
Details. They are important.
Yeah, details. I feel like some people are being paid to observe and report what they consider cancel behavior. Oh, you mean cancel culture?
Yeah. There are people who are trying to do that because they do just want to watch the world burn. They want to try to make sure they try to look at somebody so they can have that little gotcha moment. It's just it's very, very sad. Look, sometimes I could say that I have some very like not so popular opinions, but come on, they're just that, my opinions. If people really can't stand, if the whole point is, look, that's just like, this is my opinion. But even then, sometimes when I say sometimes I've said things that really that are too brutally honest. I'm pretty sure, people really get angry about that, because when you know they're angry about something, there's some error, there probably maybe some error of truth in some of it.
I'm not really sure, Tiger Stripes, but if they are, then that's a full of what's the whole saying about a person of what's the old saying about money and this person can soon parted? How's it go exactly?
Something like a fool. Oh, go ahead.
Money, power corrupts absolutely, or not.
A fool and his money are easily separated.
A fool and his a fool and his money are soon parted. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that may be true. But then again, it's also just as bad when there's someone going off and there's other people that are following and dogging along with them. It always brings up the question that Obi-Wan once said: "Who's the bigger fool, the fool or the fools that follow him?"
Yes, I agree. Follow the money. It's always follow the money, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Ironic, but sometimes the money they're trying to, the money or the market or demographic they're trying to follow don't really care. All they care about is just screaming, raving, and ranting. And when they know that they can do it enough to make people bend to their will, that's what they feel emboldened that they can keep doing it until it stops.
They want to put paranoia and some least of control in your life, and that's just it's very manipulative and sad to me.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They just
Mhm.
they just love to do it.
Sadly, that seems to be more true than ever. Yeah,
Yes.
there's like really sad, sad and narcissistic folks out there. So yeah, please do be careful, folks. And include your friends close by, but your enemies closer.
Yep.
Kind of want to be. Of course, there is. It used to be a tabloids, but now common folk are so offended by the same type of thing. Current terminology canceled. They did like it before, but they scream loud now. Ranker C says hello or howdy from Tiger Stripes. The very political people literally want to ruin certain individuals to make it impossible for them to earn a living.
Yeah, they literally hate. Hell, they will not be happy until that person like ends themselves. And just like, how low can you even go? It's ironic that these people want to scream and they stand for all the things they say they're going to stand for, and yet they condemn other people for it. The term for that is the good old fashioned word hypocrite.
Hypocrite. I wouldn't say. Is it evil in there? Yes, evil. But I don't believe these people. I don't like conversation, violence, and life is sacred. In my belief, I don't want these people to die or anything. But do I believe they earn redemption? No.
Yeah, exactly. But these people seem so sad in their own lives, and even some of those people that say, "Oh, we need to," they say you need to do to save the planet. Yeah, why don't you? I mean, this is kind of harsh to say, but if you really think that people need to end themselves to save the planet, why don't you maybe do yourself? Don't you guys practice what you preach?
Right. And good night, Christian. Thanks for coming here. You have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Hugs. So well, I'm looking forward for the holidays. Um Coming up soon. It's like only a few weeks away here. And then we get to the New Year's. I'm still like finishing leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
know. Yeah, I know. I wasn't able to spend Thanksgiving with my family down south, and I don't think I'll be able to be with them for Christmas again this year. It's just like, again, I got too much to deal with
Yeah.
financially.
Unfortunately, one of my sisters cannot make it for Christmas this year, but the rest of my siblings were able to be here for this holiday season. Um, I'm sad about that, but I'll see her next time. Um, yep, looking forward to the having Christmas with my family and opening presents. I'm pretty. I keep forgetting. I can FaceTime my sister almost every time if I want to. So I'm probably just gonna do that. Just FaceTime her for Christmas. Um, I mean, I can't really back in the day, that wasn't even possible to do such thing. Like FaceTime. What's FaceTime?
Yeah, I know. I did that. I FaceTime with my mom and everyone else on Thanksgiving. But like I said though, I mean, yeah, dinner was cooked at my dad's house, but I just went over there and just like had some stuff in Tupperware for me. Like just fixed myself a plate at my apartment. So just that kind of stuff. I mean, it just feels different. I mean, everything. I mean, I even talked to my dad, but he kind of just somewhat just generically just kind of still we're still trying to get through it and whatnot. But it just feels like our family's just kind of not the same since my grandmother passed away. It just isn't the same. We still had all those family traditions and whatnot. She was really the thing that she was really just the thing that was really trying to keep us all together. And I think, yeah, it's kind of what like kind of made her like give out finally. I mean, it was hard, but I mean, again, I mean, moving to a new place is what I needed. I needed to just branch out on my own. I've done well so far, like these past 6 years.
Mm-hmm. You know, the more things change, the more things stay the same.
That is true.
Madam Wannabe, think the net, and I think he means negative, stuff. Not, oh my god, did you see tabloids? It's mutated to TMZ. I don't really watch TMZ anymore, which is not entirely positive to the new journalism we have these days. Hacks with a phone and online connection.
Yeah, exactly. This is the reason why, hell, you already have like a whole bunch of these hate channels out there that are trying to dump on the ones that are popular. I mean, again, it's like, I understand that you have these people out there that are like, that maybe somewhat want to hate on these channels, but hey, they became successful for a reason. I know, sure. But again, they've done these fan meetups, and I mean, I'm pretty sure people do come out to those, like all the F&T meetups. People are always flocking to those. Every time they announce one, they always have the tickets, and they sell out like in a matter of hours.
Mm-hmm. Maker Steve is asking, what is FaceTime? Asking for older people. FaceTime is something you can use on iPhone that you can talk to people with on camera.
Yeah.
FaceTime would have been near porn in the 70s. I don't know about that.
I don't get that. Well, there was a. Oh yeah. Go ahead and read this next one.
Grandparents keep the family together. It's sad when that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I definitely do miss my grandparents.
Yeah.
I think of them, sometimes, and Mister, I miss going out, go to my grandparents' house. I would see like a Saint Mary statue, near the garage. My grandma would have these little figures in the near on the windowsill of the kitchen. And my grandpa always had like a couple of boxes of Perry's vanilla ice cream in the freezer that me and my siblings would get into. We always when we were able, we always go over to my grandparents to have pasta for Sunday brunch, and I definitely miss that. It's definitely something. I at this point of my life, definitely appreciate what you have until it's no longer there.
Yeah, I know exactly
An
how.
unfortunate lesson for too many people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it is, though. It's just, I know I had to just I finally had to just branch out on my own, but I know, again, I had other factors in my life that made me not have any much direction, and now now I'm in a different place, and I'm still like kind of, I'm still trying to learn. I got most of my bearings, but still, it's just it hasn't really been easy. It hasn't been.
No. Rigger Steve, you're pulling my leg. What's an iPhone? Come on now.
Oh boy.
I agree with you, Tiger Stripes. Yes. Please cherish your parents even when they drive you nuts. Definitely. I love my folks, but I know they're not going to be here forever.
Yeah, that's true.
This is starting to get so dark that even DC wants to hire us.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's true. And just like with Thade, I know it is super late, and I probably should go to bed because Saturday it's cleaning day for.
Cleaning day. I already did my laundry, so I'm all set to go.
No, not really, not necessarily laundry, just general cleanup and whatnot.
I
But-
getcha, dusting and stuff. Always
Oh,
a
yeah.
joy.
Yeah, but you gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. But thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on, Raquel.
Definitely.
again-
Thanks for coming. I probably do this again either Monday or next Friday.
Yeah, Friday seems like the best time. Everybody is like, F and T's probably wrapped up by then. And again, like I said though, I have been on the game. Like again, I know I want to plug some. I really want to plug something, but
Oh,
hang on,
definitely. Go ahead. Like, by all means.
I know I'm currently on. I'm pretty much currently on hiatus, and I still want to try to do some more stuff moving into next year. Like I said with Thade, I want to do a video discussion about about the history, lightsabers, and the various combat forms on my YouTube channel at some point. And a friend of mine actually started a brand new podcast that we did earlier called The Gaming Den. It's on my friend Bear 64's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find you just see. This is for his. You can find it for this is his channel. Well, this is not necessarily on my channel, but I put the thing in the private chat. And you want to see the latest episode of the Gaming Den, and we're also open to having guests on. As well, because next week we're going to be reacting to the Game Awards live. So if I can
Nice.
find the link to the latest episode, let me find. I can.
Maker C says, I know what a Samsung is, the best phone. Debatable. Tiger Shifts, I'm trying to lighten the conversation, but is the wee hours they can bring out the dark. Yeah, they can. Cleaning day, I'm making my birthday cake tomorrow. Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Tiger Stripes.
So yeah, also in the private chat, there's the late. This is episode 3 of the Gaming Den, so go check it out.
This is gaming what?
The game. This is known as the game. This is the Gaming Den. I know. I think I'd say even when I talked about it or when we were talking, I'd say this was a bit. This was like an evolution to a very short-lived podcast we tried to do on my channel called The Dummies of Gaming. And Bears actually made this new one work, and we talked via Discord as well, so it's really helped out. It's a really good, fun conversation. And again, we're always open to having guests on with us all the time, especially if you got some interesting gaming stories. Send them. You should probably try to send them my way, and I'll try to forward them to Bears so we can get them. So we can hopefully sort through all those for the episodes we're hoping to do. Hopefully this will last a heck of a lot longer than Dummies of Gaming did on my channel. So go check it out.
Yeah, check out Jet Sparks' channel, Jet Sparks 373. Also check out his friend's channel, Bear64. And also check out the Gaming Den, link right here on YouTube.
Yep. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Judd. You have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon.
All right, you too. Thank you. Mm-hmm. See you, Moira. See you, Go Father. Peace out.
See you next time.
See you next time. Ray Garcia says, does your phone film at 8K? I don't know. Mine does, which is really no wait, really is pointless and a waste of space. Ha 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 ha.
How much bourbon have you had, buddy?
Maybe too much.
I mean, it is Friday, so I guess
Yeah,
it's
it is
everybody's cheat
Friday.
day.
Tiger Shapes, Raquel, thank you. It's on a Sunday, but I want the cake ready for Sunday morning. I baked myself a butchernol. I think that's what I think I said that correctly. Okay. This Sunday? All right. Happy early birthday.
You know, when Moira takes cat naps, I'm thinking cat naps, 5, 10, 15 minutes.
No, she's taking a long nap right now.
Yeah, Moira's current version of a cat nap is, are you okay? Are you still alive?
Let her sleep. She's tired. 3 drinks. Why? LOL. Sister Anchor Steve.
Yeah, but what are 3 drinks? Is this like little teacups, or is this like you had 3 liters of this stuff?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did pronounce the first thing wrong. Sorry. Bouquet. You nailed Noel. Right. Gotcha.
What, did a ghost get married or something?
Hmm.
It's a cheesy joke. Thankfully, nobody left.
Like I pronounced blasphemy blasphemy by accident. Nobody laughed at that?
I would say Steve would probably want on, but I also don't know if he's
Sober.
gonna pass the DUI checkpoint, so to say.
3 shots to drink, so 9 shots. Damn. LOL. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Officer Raquel says no.
No. No. I think you need to drink some water and go to Betty Bye. Ranker Steve. I'm sorry, Raquel. That one soared over my head. No worries. Home.
Yeah, you didn't get that, so let's not.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually not that intoxicated. Debatable.
Yeah, definitely debatable.
Home is where you hang your hat. Definitely. I feel so lonesome. I want to go home. Aww.
Wait, where's Tiger that they're not at home?
Well, she's probably in. I don't know. She says she's making a cake, so I'm assuming she's in the kitchen.
And she's
I
home
might-
and nothing to worry about?
I might go to the kitchen and have a snack in a few minutes here. These are all Lizardo quotes. I am not familiar with Lizardo. Who is that?
No idea.
No idea. No making cake tomorrow. Oh, so you're not making it. You didn't make it right now. You're making it tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea who. That guy at Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, I haven't seen that film in it's been a couple of years since I've seen that film. I definitely have to watch it again. I see the other movie I really enjoyed. Spaceballs.
That was actually a pretty good movie. I can't believe it took me so many years just to see it.
Me too. Same with same with Buckaroo Banzai.
It was legitimately a good movie. It's like the Monty Python of space movies. I suppose that makes sense. But yeah,
Definitely. But guys, we've been going on for like 3 hours now. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning for me.
get some freaking sleep so you can
Yeah,
enjoy the weekend.
I am definitely going to have a snack, and I'm gonna go to bed and take a long cat nap like Maury is right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish. I don't know. I'll probably play a game or something and go to sleep and do it all again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Tiger Stripes Spaceball is farce. It's best story, best satire, but still satire. It's your house, Raquel. You can say nighty night. Well, yeah, but I also like to say cat nap too because I love cats. But before we take off here, please check out my gaming channel. This weekend I'll be continuing playing because it's a really long. Those two games are really long games, so I'm not going to be done with them for a while. So please check me out on my gaming channel. This weekend when I'm playing Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy, and then next week, on a Thursday, which is on the 7th, I'll be reviewing the Santa Claus's season 2, episode 5 and 6. So definitely check that out. But I think that's it. Let me put my links in the chat real quick. Let's see, for my gaming channel. Where are my links? Links. Here you go. Gaming channel. Then check out more Kitty's channel when she goes live. She might be doing a silent film hangout stream this weekend. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But there you go. Also, I see here. Where is it? Getting confused. Yeah, check out Jet Sparks 373's channel. Check out my gaming channel. And also check more Kitty's channel as well. Also, I want to thank people that came onto the panel tonight and also the chat. I want to say thank you to Twilight, Linkable, Christian, Anime Night 1992, Deej Odyssey, Human Stayed, Last Son of K, Castle. We have the Goat Father here. Panawanabe, Insanity Welcome, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Ranker Steve, Wes Cagle, Aravek Sonder, almost pronounced that wrong, and Tiger Stripes. Thanks for everyone coming tonight. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. And again, I will see you this weekend on my gaming channel when I'm playing live over there. Thank you for the live stream. Take good care, chat. Good night, all you amazing people wanted to stop by and give support to your channel. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you soon. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. And catch you later. If this is your first time being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RaquelSSG2211. Catch you later.